Who the fuck took my blunt out the ashtray? I'm like, girl, get off in the shower cause your ass stink. I trust auntie, but you gotta watch her. She got butt naked, high twerking, ain't need no music. Unc dog got sick, he buried him alive. His mom been dead since 99. He be having conversations with her. Where the TV went? Where the games went? Where the pictures went? Where the spoons went? Where the table went? Where the fuck auntie at? We gon' fuck around and had to beat auntie ass. Last week, Unc stole my lighter, we had to beat Unc ass. I feel like Fetty Wap might walk through the airport with Fentanyl. I feel like Rollo might get off a private jet with Fentanyl. Might go out like Mitch, niggas gonna try to kill me for my Fentanyl. She got a license, so I flew her out and made her drive that work. And work in the purse and work in the spare tire. I ain't political, Joe Biden was lying. If I don't get a Grammy, then somebody dying. If Neff ain't the best, then somebody lying. This beat from Lex Luger. This ain't from Metro Boomin. This not from DJ Mustard. This not from Swiss Beats. This not no murder beats. This not Cardo Got Wings. This not from Zaytoven. DJ Khaled got shit to do with this. Your watch fall off like Ace Hug. More change than 2 chains. It'll get ugly as Fredo Bang. I got more aim than Tory Lanez. And I don't need no shooting range. And I don't need no Johnny Dang. Big shouts out to Ace the Jeweler. I know you really hate your jeweler. Soulja Boy should've killed his jeweler.
Yo, shout out Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez was framed, man. Tory Lanez framed.
Who the fuck you think you fool?
Well,
Quavo should've been slid to Houston. Why the fuck Quavo dropped new songs? Why you ain't take the Drake along? I'm disappointed at Quavo. I kill for my amigos. 30 shots, shoot 30 people. I'm in the land of more than Quavo. Offset doing better than Quavo. How the fuck is your name Quavo? You ain't Puerto Rican, Dominican, you ain't Mexican, you ain't named Spanish. You ain't Colombian, so how the fuck is you Amigo? And you ain't even got an Edgar. I'ma say it Offset better. He got Cardi B, you ain't got a bitch. I'ma send Sweetie a text. You mad QC don't want you. Lil Baby outdid you. Guess what? I still rock Versace. That Versace song was dirt. Rest in peace, Takeoff. You should've had Lil Tim on speed dial. Takeoff was the best one. Takeoff had better verses. Since I got better verses, I need to stay away from you. You from a small town in Georgia. What your ass was doing in Houston? Boy, you should've called Sauce Walker. What the fuck you doing with Jay Prince? What the fuck you thought you was gangster? Fuck that, I'm doing this for Takeoff. Takeoff told me in my dream to wake up and diss Quavo. If my best friend and my family die, shit, I'ma quit rapping. I'ma ride around the city, try to kill until the shit happen.
Who hypey, man? Who hype, man? Who hype for After the Night tonight? Let's get it. Give me just a minute here, folks, to get my stuff sorted. Shout out Tory Lanez in Uganda. Shout out Akon City. Shout out Vitali. Shout out Vitali VODs on YouTube. And we'll be right back on After Night. Oh, but I got a bone to pick with Mark here. Just give it a minute. Give it 1 minute. Crack open a cold one tonight, folks. It's gonna be a fun show. Let's start the program. This song only goes on for 7 more minutes, so let's just let this ride out. Let's let this ride out, and we'll get to the business. The dirty, dirty business of live streaming. Here we go. Silence.
Someone just told me a secret. You're watching After Tonight.
Wow, everybody, welcome to After Tonight. My name is Tom E. That's Tom.E. and welcome to After Tonight. I'm so happy to be here on a Wednesday night, our new normal night. It feels like the right thing to me. We'll see if that holds. I'll be doing bi-monthly soon. I don't even know what the hell's going on, but I like a Wednesday show. I like a nice, calm Wednesday show. It's right, splits the week right in half. You get a nice, relaxing time with your host, and of course, with my co-host. I want to introduce him nice and early tonight. It's Mark Wellborn. Mark, are you here?
I'm here, Tom. How are you?
Oh, great, Mark. Looking good. Austin FC. You're basically supporting the Knicks with that. Sports.
No, come on. They play tonight. It's a home game.
They're playing. The Austin FC
They're
plays
playing
tonight.
right this minute, right down the road from me.
Wow. And how are they doing? I mean, are they having a good season?
I think they're middle of the pack. I have no idea. I remember last year there was a box truck with an LED sign that they wanted the coach fired. I was like, wow, this is pretty much Philadelphia. I mean,
I can't believe people care. I can't believe people care. That's like wanting the Little League coach fired.
Yeah.
Why? Because he might have had alone time with a few kids? I don't know. Fire that coach, fire FC, and fire Jalen Brunson. I don't know if the Knicks won or lost tonight, but I'm sick of the Knicks. I think they're losing right now, which is great news for us. If they lose to the Celtics, up 3-1 without Jason Tatum on the Celtics, we're gonna be drinking Sam Morril tears for years, baby. So
yeah.
let's feast on that. Hope that happens. But Mark, I gotta be honest, I'm feeling a bit under the weather today. I'm not feeling really well.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Wow, how come? What's wrong?
Oh, well, if you asked, it's just that I'm sick of these politicians ruining this country, man.
Ah, gotcha.
And that's all we have to talk about politics tonight. It's over. I don't know what's going on. I honestly, you ask me what's going on, I don't know. That's my honest answer. I saw there was a picture they had Mayor Pete. They said he might be wearing a diaper. That's the farthest I got in the news cycle this week. Is it true? Mark? Is he wearing a diaper?
I don't know. I haven't looked around.
Let's assume yes, and until proven otherwise. Wow, I just can't believe what's been going on, especially in the online world, especially in the podcasting world. And our big feature tonight, how could you be surprised? We are obsessed with one guy on this show. He runs Austin, Texas, and his name is Kill Tony. Tony Hinchcliffe runs Austin, Texas. I mean, he runs that damn mothership. I thought, Mark, he had the appearance of a lifetime this week on a show called Club Random with Bill Maher. We're going to get into that a little later into the show, but that is the absolute peak of podcasting. Mark, you said it might be the best podcasting episode ever.
It's the greatest comedy podcast episode ever, and I will break it down for you.
We're gonna both be breaking it down for you tonight. I cannot wait. I think the same thing, and I know a lot of people are talking about this. I don't know much about Club Random and Bill Maher, though I love it. But I know a lot about Tony, and that's what I want to really delve into tonight, because his psyche, his pros, his flaws, everything about Tony was displayed in this episode, and everything great about Bill Maher. Oh my God, you're gonna have a great time, and everything great about pot. We love pot.
Yes.
In fact, Mark,
You have any more pot?
do you have any more pot?
Just a question. Yeah, that's a great clip.
That's a great clip. Absolutely. Well, we're going to get to that a little later. And I'm got to bring Hypno in because he said he needed to be in here quick. And he said it's a 15-minute update. Set your watches, everybody. But before we do that, I thought we'd watch what I call, Mark, this is a new segment on the show. We love new segments on the show. This one is called Woke. I got to reread the thing. Woke Own of the Week. This is where we get one guy owning the woke mob. And this week it's Myron from Fresh and Fit Podcast. Also from the Vitali streams. But Fresh and Fit Podcast, watch him owning the woke. I don't know who this random guy in the bottom is. Ignore him. He's not part of the clip. It's a new thing people are doing now.
You got to share to the Discord.
Oh,
so
I thought
know
he
what
was
you're
doing
talking
that.
about. Nope.
Do not
Still working
contradict
out
me
the
like
kinks
that. Do
here.
not contradict me like that. Okay. No, I know. I thought I got that. But here's Myron from Fresh and Fit. They're doing this thing a lot now where there's just, this is content. You can make millions of dollars just being a guy at the bottom of the screen. I know we're guys at the bottom of the screen right now, but I want millions. But our problem is we talk. If we just shut the hell up, I think we'd be rolling in revenue right now, because these guys just sit here on the bottom of the screen. They farm engagement. They farm clicks. Russell Brand even does it. A bunch of these guys do it. Anyway, not the point. Woke Own of the Week.
You know who invented Wi-Fi? Like the technology for Wi-Fi?
Let me guess, a woman?
Well, yeah, so if it wasn't for a woman, your podcast, you wouldn't have one, and it wouldn't have gotten demonetized.
Oh, good one. Here's the thing, we do direct connect on our pod, so
I don't care.
Wi-Fi's, now it's I don't care. Okay, great. Make sure to hit
Owned her. Did you catch how he owned her? You go, oh, well, a woman invented Wi-Fi. And he goes, well, we use Ethernet. Owned, Woke Own of the Week. He's using Direct Connect LAN.
thing. We do direct connect on our pod, so
Okay. I thought that was funny. A little tech talk. I love a little nerdy. I'm just a nerd at heart, man. I don't know. Anyway, that's funny. We don't use Wi-Fi. Are you using Wi-Fi, Mark, on your connection to this stream?
I'm using all the Wi-Fi right now. I turn off the old laptop so I get the most Wi-Fi I can get to this laptop.
All the signal beamed
Yeah, putting all
into
my,
your,
all my Wi-Fi
into
energy
your
into
balls and into the computer. We love that.
this.
All right, well, let's let in Hypno Green, because he promises a short appearance. I love every appearance, but he promises a short one, and he promises an exciting one. Hypno, are you there? Hypno.
And exciting. It's just more like, this is dumb, man. And I finally,
Well,
like I said, I've detached Mack tactics. Haven't spoken to this woman in a week.
I know you're excited. Let's
I'm excited.
Okay, let's just summarize it for the people who missed it very quickly. You've been into this girl. She's been
like
into
a month.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been
Now,
going
listen,
on.
Tom.
You've been trying to ask her out. It's been stop and go,
It's
touch
like a
and
month.
go.
It's been touch and go, very touch and bust, very
She
odd situation.
famously was busy the entire month of April.
Now, let's
Famously.
stream Tom. Now we get into it. Okay, real quick. The people in the chat, they're groaning. They don't want to hear about this anymore. Don't worry, you won't. I
Here we
fully
go
understand.
again. So
You
let's-
will never hear about it
Here we
again.
go again.
Never heard about it again. So listen, let's stream Tom.
He
What
promises
happened,
you.
man?
Go ahead. This is the final time.
What
to hear about
happened? This is the final time you hear about it, because I've
Here we
checked
go.
out at this point.
Okay.
I've checked out. This person's crazy. This person's fucking nuts.
Okay.
Right? All right, listen.
This
So,
girl.
late stream Tom, I told you before, important context. Tony Gunk, come on, man. This guy's throwing me off. Anyway, important context. How did I meet this woman? Through a mutual friend, right? We'll call her Jay. Her name is Jay, right?
Okay, Jay.
Okay.
Remember that.
Now, Jay, I didn't know. But Jay and this girl's roommate, right? S. These two people, right? They've been advocating for me in the background for months. I had no
Wow.
idea.
To
I
this
didn't know
girl
this was going on.
specifically.
To this girl specifically, right?
Wow.
So I remember they told me they were like, they went out to eat like sometime in mid-April, early April, right? This is after we already hung out, after I, asked her on a date, yada
Yeah.
yada yada. And
Right.
she was like, "Oh yeah, we've been hanging out, like, everything's cool, whatever, right?" At least
Makes
Tom,
sense.
here's where things get funky, man. Here's where
Okay.
things get funky,
Uh-oh.
dog. So as you know, late stream Tom, we've initiated. We've done everything a true Mac could have done,
Yes.
right? She went to Harvard, but she doesn't know I've been taking night classes at MIT, Mac in training.
Mark
No
University,
idea.
man.
No idea, right? So
Yeah.
listen, I've been out here making my moves clear, making my interests clear, asking her out, blah, 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 right? So this past Saturday, this past Saturday, right? Apparently they went out to eat again, and they were like, "Yo, what's up with you and this dude, right?"
Right.
And she was like, he's cute and all this, but he didn't follow up on the date with me. Like he didn't ask me out again. And they were like, "Nah,
Bullshit.
that's not the case." They literally like
Bullshit.
again. I didn't know this was happening.
But they were
Didn't know
advocating
this-
for you.
They were advocating for me. They were like, "That's stupid." Like, yes, he did.
Right.
Right.
You said you were
Right?
busy for a whole month.
Yeah, they literally said like,
Famous.
you said you were busy for the whole month, and they told me that she was like, "Oh, like you could have asked me in May." Nobody's doing that. Nobody's scheduling a date,
No.
a month and a
Oh,
half
yeah,
in advance.
right.
That's ridiculous.
not a
That's
boxing
ridiculous.
match.
This
Going
is
to
not
go-
a boxing match.
Yeah.
You're not Janae Aiko. You're not Zendaya. I mean,
Right.
if you were, we could schedule a
We
date.
could
a year
schedule
in
a
advance.
Doja Cat. I'd even schedule it a couple weeks.
Self-respect could go out of the window. Self-respect
Yeah.
could go out of the window.
Okay. I had a
And
question
so
about how
anyway-
this. I'm sorry, but we've always been wondering, what does this girl look like? We've always been speculating. Was it worth the hunt? Was it worth the Mack tactics? Does she look like? I found maybe a lookalike. Does she look like baby Osama?
Dude, Baby Osama is a man.
Oh, is that a man?
It's literally, I'm pretty sure Baby Osama is a man.
Well, I know Osama bin
Baby
Laden.
Osama.
He claimed him
Oh,
status.
Baby Osama, no, I think that's a woman.
No, that's a check.
What the fuck?
That's a
No,
check.
man, not at all, man. Come on.
This
dude,
is not a
at
woman?
all. This
Oh,
is
she
a
doesn't
woman,
look
but
like
no.
this.
Dude, and Army of Tigers, I asked again. That's where the incongruency is, man. That's where the incongruency is. Like, this makes no sense, right?
Okay.
And so they were like, "Okay, so like, why aren't you into him then, right?" And she was like, "I don't know. Like this makes no sense, man. This is stupid. This is dumb." But we had a whole circle of people advocating for us, late stream Tom.
Well, that's great news. So, but
That's great
here's
news.
the big news that I don't understand what happened. Last Wednesday, you said, "Hey, tomorrow I got this presentation. I'm gonna ask this
We'll have
girl."
another update, but I'll let you get through it.
I just wanted to say what happened because you said, "This is it. I'm gonna feel the vibe.
This is
If
it.
the vibe is right, I'm
told you
gonna
what
ask her
happened.
out." Go ahead.
I told you what happened, bro. I
Go
told
ahead.
you what happened, right? I told you what happened, man. So like I said, the presentation was Friday morning, right?
Mhm.
My presentation was really early Friday morning. I told her Thursday afternoon, if I don't see you there, I'm never talking to you again. Said
Right.
it straight up, man. Left it all on the table. Guess who's there hella early in the
Of course
morning?
she's
9
waiting.
a.m.
Well, like a
Come on,
dog.
man.
Like a dog.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yes.
Of course. Right? Now, of course, right? So anyway, her shit was at 1:40. I had to go to the great city of Richmond, Virginia. My good brothers were graduating college. I had to support them.
R/RVA.
R/RVA.
Brothers with an A or your
Listen, so brothers with an ERS.
Your brothers,
with an
but
hard R, you might
these
say.
are symbolic brothers.
biological?
These
Oh.
are symbolic brothers, right?
Okay.
So I told her if I don't see you there, I'm never talking to you again. So I started. I was like, okay, I'll keep talking to you, right? So anyway, here's where I was set off.
Did you? I'm sorry. Did you actually say, "If you're not here, I'm never talking
I
to you
swear
again"?
to you,
That's a Mack
yes,
tactic, bro.
I'm never talking to you again. I
That's
swear
an
to God, I said
ultimatum,
this.
bro. I love
I'm
that.
not talking to you again, right?
Okay.
Like, dude, it was just stupid, man. Like, okay.
All right.
Dude,
All right.
32
So she's
people are
waiting
listening
there.
right now.
I got
This
a
is
picture
crazy,
of
right?
this.
So she's waiting there, right? She pulls up, and the presentation ends, whatever, right? I leave because I gotta go. Her presentation's at 1:40. I
Sure.
can't make it. I gotta leave. So I text her. I'm like, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. I can't make it. I gotta go.
Right.
And I told her, thanks for coming, right? She didn't
Oh,
respond
that's-
to the message. So at that point, I fucking deleted everything. I
Wow.
crashed out, man. I crashed out. And then I had this is crazy, man. This is crazy. This is absolute nonsense. Especially after this
Wow.
woman, is saying, "Oh, I didn't follow up with her." Are you out of your mind? Are you
Wow.
absolutely out of your mind?
She
I
is-
followed up
she's-
several times. I'm not chasing you. You're not Janae Aiko. You are not Zendaya. You're
Right.
not. This is
You-
not who. This is not you, man.
You're not even Whoopi.
And guess who texted me today talking about, "Oh, I have something on Monday. Like you should come."
Oh, no,
I'm
no,
not
no,
coming.
no,
I can't
no.
make it.
Uh-oh.
I can't make it.
I'm
Sorry, I
sick.
can't make it.
Sick of these
Well-
bitches.
I'm a little confused about this. I thought the ultimatum was good, but I didn't realize she had to present as well. Then you just kind of look like an asshole.
Yeah, then
that
you
she
dipped out
supports
on her-
you, and you
Fuck
didn't.
that hoe, man. I don't care, man.
You just dipped out on her pressy. That's why she's probably pissed.
Dude, I don't
Yeah.
care, man. Because she relayed this whole story to these female friends of mine the day after, man. So she's just confused, man.
I don't
Doesn't know what
understand.
she wants. Doesn't know what she wants.
Let her grow
You
up.
know.
and come back.
You gotta
come
grow
crawling
up.
Back.
You gotta grow up. You gotta grow up. Tony Gunk, it was a metaphorical crash out, man. Like it wasn't
So
literal.
did you actually delete her number anywhere?
Deleted I deleted
Wow.
the text thread. I told my friend about it. I'm done talking to this woman. This is
Wow.
stupid. This is dumb. And like it's crazy, man.
I think this is when you let something you love go, it comes back to you. I think
I
she's
don't
gonna.
think so, man.
I think
Don't
she's
say
coming
that.
back.
Don't say that, man,
She's
because
gonna
this
put
this
another
saga will go
emotional
on.
whirlwind. I don't
Wait,
think the chat could. I don't think the
can't-
chat could handle it.
No, they can't. I can't torture these people any further.
No.
But Lei Tom, I'm just
Yeah.
saying it's the incongruencies are insane. You know, I
She
followed
seemed
up.
nuts.
I followed up several times, right? Maybe more than any sane man should. Okay. And this person's like, nah, he didn't.
Nah.
He didn't follow up, right? If he really liked me, he would have followed up.
She
Those
just
were
wants
her
you to
words
chase her
verbatim.
around, man. That's not right.
Exactly. I'm not chasing you around, right? Like
Someone
I said,
does say,
you're
"What
not-
if her presentation was about how much she loved you?" And then you
Oh, I
missed
know
it.
for a fact it wasn't. I know
And
for
you
a fact that
dipped.
it wasn't. in
It was
fact.
her. Oh, it was her
Listen.
asking you to prom, so to speak. A big. prank.
You know, this is just crazy. This person wanted to be chased around. Uh, it's stupid, man.
I
Tony
see
Gunk,
that
I crashed out to myself, man. I crashed out to myself. Like there was no crashing out on anyone else.
The YouTube chat's very unified, but then in the Twitch chat, Ted alone is saying, "Don't give up. Keep asking her out." Yes, Ted. Yes, that's what I think.
Dude, incongruency is a
stop.
good word. King Lewis, whatever. It's an incongruency, right? Because how could I be following up and you say I don't follow up? You just want
It's
to be chased. man.
incongruentastic.
We got closure, man. The closure's complete. It's nuts.
Yeah,
man.
it's complete.
nuts.
There is nothing happening.
But then
That's
this
the
person
close.
texted me today. They texted me today talking about,
Bullshit.
yeah, come to this shit Monday. Nah, I'm not.
Nah.
I can't make it.
Oh,
Can't make it.
that's brave of you. That's strong of you. I give you props for that. Saying no more. I won't take
No
it
more,
anymore.
man. No more, man. This is ridiculous, man. This is
That-
ridiculous. You're talking about you telling your friends, yeah, I'm cute, and yeah, yada yada yada, but I don't follow up with you on a date. And you're like, why aren't you into him? You don't know?
Now,
Come on, man.
That's I completely agree. But the important question is now: do you have any other prospects, any other ladies that ain't so that are more congruous?
Let's stream Tom.
congruency.
We have some more congruous prospects.
Okay, good.
We have some more congruous prospects. Don't worry about it. But you know, you can never really. You have to recover after dealing
It's
with
tough.
an evil.
It's true. It's not a
an
one
evil.
day
You have
thing.
to recover. You have
It's
to
a
recover.
process.
After
You-
dealing with an evil, right? You really have to recover. You have to just take a step back for a while, meditate. You know, get in touch with your chakras, align yourself. Right.
Right.
Summer's coming, as Stiz said. The forecast is a white boy summer's on the
What
way. Also, I'm moving. June 1st, I'm moving.
Wow.
It's a big deal. This
Where
is
are
a
you
big
going?
thing going on.
Where's Hypno moving to?
I'm moving like 20 minutes away. You
Oh.
know, not really that much. You
Okay,
know.
well, still exciting.
It's a minor move, right?
Okay.
Colin says he needs a congruent baddie. Everybody does. When
Everyone-
you deal with this
Hey.
type of situation, you don't want to deal with it, man.
If you meet a congruent chick, you put a ring on that finger. That's just you congru.
Exactly. But late stream
She
time, I
con
feel
on my
good,
grew
man.
till I grew.
I feel good
Got
knowing
more
this
than that's
person
funny.
is just weird, man. It's just weird.
That's very weird, man. Well, I also thought of another acronym. What about this, Hypno? Ready? You
Let's
have
hear it.
evil.
Yeah, evil's good.
I have love.
What's
Light
that?
skin. Light skins organize villainy everywhere. Love.
You're exactly right, late stream time.
Get
They
them
do,
out
man.
of here.
That's the problem.
I realized that
That's the problem.
you invented evil, which is every villain is light skin. I was like, oh, that's hilarious. I love it. And then I realized that all the guys saying that in this chat we're all white people repeating that. We're saying all light skinned people are evil.
You can't say that as a.
But I forgot that you were white. So the whole thing is messed up in my head.
It's really dubious as to what I am racially. Even in real life,
It is
people aren't
dubious.
exactly sure.
So I like you. I approve of the use of light skin. But anyway, think about love. Think about evil. Make it
So,
work.
listen, Tom, we've reached clarity. Her friends are like, she's stupid. She's weird.
Give up.
They
on
don't know
her.
what's going on.
Now,
They
these
told
two-
me, don't
these-
tell me, don't pursue it, man.
These two wing girls, are they, are
Listen,
they-
Tom, I see where you're going. I completely recognize where you're going.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have to say, I'm not particularly interested. I appreciate their advocacy. Their advocacy was well,
Are they
well
light-skinned?
received. No, so that's the problem.
Wow,
That's
that
the
is the
problem.
problem. Are they white?
No, they're not white.
Okay. I see what's going on here. This is
You
this-
don't really. I
this
think
is
you really
messed
don't.
up.
I think you see what's going
This is
on here,
just
but you
wrong.
don't. But listen, man, you gotta take this one on the chin, man.
Wow.
This had
Well,
nothing to do with me at the end of the
No,
day.
no, no. You went after just a fish that didn't want to be caught. What are you gonna do?
What can you do, man?
Hypno,
What can you do?
go ahead. I mean, sorry, Mark. I mean, final words on this topic. I mean, any advice for Hypno? You gave him so many good Mack tactics.
He did, man.
I
He
know.
did.
Is there any chance we can find her presentation online somewhere? Is that possible?
Did she do a type 5 at the improv?
Man, you could if you really like you dug
We're gonna
for
be
it.
digging. Light
I
skin.
don't think
I'm YouTubing now.
Light skin.
Light skin presentation.
Richmond area.
Light skin presentations. I'm gonna try to find her. Well,
An army of tigers. I agree, man. That's why I had to remove myself, man. I'll
it's
make the
dubious.
decision
It's
for you.
incongruous. It's
Make the decision for you, man.
It's devilish. It's terrible. Well, that's crazy, Hypno. Thank you for the update. And again, you did give it another try. You did, right? I mean, you would say that.
Of course. Of
So-
course, I gave it several tries, man.
I'm giving that to you. That was my bet with you. I'm saying you fulfilled that. Congratulations. And
Thank you.
I want to hear back from you, though. We need to know what you're moving and shaking and what Hypno is up to. I think the crowd loves it. We want to hear more.
The crowd is, I'm glad the crowd sees the situation for the incongruousness that was going on.
And then I'm going to read one more TED comment. He says, because he's giving good advice. He says, Tom, should Hypno tell her frankly? So just tell her frankly, Hypno. I want to go out on a date with you to get to know you better. Fine shit.
Hell nah.
Hell
Yo,
no.
this bitch is crazy.
No, I don't think he should do that, honestly. It's way past that point now. He has to give up until she comes crawling back. So good luck, Hypno. With that,
Thank you, buddy.
I don't know what else to say, but I think you seem to have a good mindset about the whole thing.
Yeah, man. Once her friends were like, she's tripping, man. That's
Yeah.
when I knew you got to give it up. You got to give it up, man.
Yeah.
You got to give it up. This woman is she's in a dark
Well,
place, man.
I'm really
She's in a
glad you
dark-
have two, soul sisters helping you out. That's great news.
I didn't know, man. I had no idea. I really didn't know. They told me.
That's awesome, though. So you could maybe access them in the future.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, not have them wing woman in the future. Wing it
of
out.
course, that's what I'm saying. That's really a win
That's
in
a
my book.
So you
That's
discovered
something that-
two friends out of this whole mess.
It's,
Two
potentially
allies.
more.
And
Potentially more, man.
What are we saying here?
I'm just saying, man, there was a coalition of advocates. I
Wow.
just know of two. There's a coalition of advocates. Right? So,
All right.
at that point, it's looking like a, unfumbleable bag, right?
Well, we say that. I'm knocking on wood for that. Hypno, good luck with the bag. Okay. And
The bag was never, the pass was never thrown. You can't receive something that was never thrown, late stream Tom.
you could never even throw an interception. You never really
There
let
was
go of the ball. Pump fake, pump fake, pump fake.
There's a lot of
Lamar
pump
Jackson
fake.
over here just gonna take off with it.
Lamar doing
There was a bunch of pump faking going on, man.
I get it. Well, I understand you got to read that defense, and she was she got you pretty locked down. So
Late stream Tom, I listen. This woman is the physical manifestation of like all my weaknesses, man, in
yeah,
one.
smart, light skin.
The allure was too powerful, man. I was
Yeah,
sucked in
I
far
believe
too
me.
long,
I
but
get it.
I've broken the curse. The curse has been broken as of this weekend, man.
Well, he says it's all good. I love your confidence is key, and you got confidence coming out of your flat brim. So good luck.
That's a crazy thing to say, man.
What, do you own a flat brim?
No, I don't, but
Oh. That's fair. What do you wear on top of your head? A fedora?
No, I don't wear hats, man.
No hats.
Do-rag.
You got the Dewey.
Do-rag and the deer tag. Thank you so much, Hypno, for your great update. The final update of this saga. We hope.
I hope not, man. I really hope
Bro.
shit turns around, but I gotta keep pushing as if it won't.
Lover boy.
Well, I
Lover
love
boy
it, man.
Hypno.
I know you're going to get into a whole lot of other scrapes, so please If you want any
I'm
advice,
just being
want any
totally
people,
transparent for the chat. So, I'm moving forward. I'm lying to myself, truthfully, that I'm like over this. I'm a little hurt. I won't
I
lie,
understand.
but we got to keep your chin up, man. You got to keep your chin up. Uh,
Well, that's good.
You got to roll
And
with the
just
punches.
as we'll play this just as a short reminder of the what Hypno taught me many years ago, and what has always been true. It's FDB, of course, right, Hypno?
Exactly. Young Dro, FDB. I've been listening to
FDB.
that.
This Hypno changed my life with this song.
They want from. Where you from, nigga? Everything. Y'all
Shoe
did.
gang,
What it been done.
my shoe game, my true game. Oh, you can't touch that shit, Hypno. Here we go.
You can't touch that shit.
There we go.
Fuck me.
FDB.
Nah, fuck that bitch.
Well, Hypno, I know you're putting your chin forward on this one and making it work. I don't even know what I meant by that, but keeping your chin held high. So good luck.
Course.
And any other updates you need urgently to tell us?
Listen, man, I don't have any right now, but as soon as they become available, you'll be the
we
first
love
to
it.
hear. Let you know,
The
Tom.
people love you, Hypno. We'll see you later. Have a great night.
See you, man.
And
Have
See
a
you,
great
Hypno.
night,
Good
man.
luck.
Thank you, brother.
Hypno has cornrows. Self-awareness is key. I love the chat. Really giving him good advice. I was looking at the YouTube analytics, and when Hypno's on, like the chat is like 100 times more active because people are obsessed with just giving him shit and shit advice. So thank you to Hypno. They love just messing with this guy. He's a star, man. He's always been a star. I give him that. So there we go. I needed to get the hell out of the way. Oh my God. Get the hell. It's just exhausting sometimes, but I love it. I love it. I'm late. We just missed Hypno. Now, what should I even go to next? I've been watching a ton of the mayor of Magaville, Mark. That's Forgiato
Oh,
Blow.
really?
I follow his Instagram. He posts 20 times a day, and it's always stuff like this because he doesn't have to try. This is what I mean by people just staring at the camera. This is a good example. So he's actually watching a podcast clip, and he goes, "Should white people still feel guilty over slavery? When is it not my fault?" But he doesn't say a single word. Forgiato, watch this.
Anywhere, and it's not. No one's denying it. I'm just saying, like,
He's just watching.
like, it's not my fault, but it was my fault.
It wasn't your fault.
Hey, I could be Irish. I might be clear, but it had nothing to do with me or my grandpa. I know my grandpa. He
So it's basically the white sick ghouls he's watching, and he just watches it blankly. So I was like, I was going through all his videos, Mark, and then I couldn't believe I found this, Mark. He did a review of us.
No way.
Watch this.
Thing selling out Madison, it's a big deal. And so I try to be respectful to Tony. As
Right,
far
Jeff
as
Dye interview.
In that circumstance, Tony is daddy, right? Now I gotta treat daddy like dad. I gotta kiss the rings, You don't go on Joe
Always
Rogan
opening
and
the
start
bag.
talking shit. You know Joe's dad. So in that circumstance, what Tony tells you before the show starts is if you want to say something,
Yeah.
put your microphone up and then look over, and then he'll like cue you, and then you can do. But the
Wow. He's telling us, and I just remembered Jeff Dye told us all the secrets of Kill Tony. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah. I've never watched Kill Tony the same ever again after that.
No. I think I just call him Daddy now, actually, when I'm watching. Look what Daddy said. He killed.
Oh,
Daddy's roasting that guy.
Daddy made another stereotype joke.
Daddy said watermelon. Well, is it too early to get to Daddy?
I don't know.
I feel like it's time. This could take hours of our lives. I want to do it now. Can we do it now? I want to do it now because I feel like I've been dying to talk about this for days now. It's Kill.
I'm gonna sit down for this.
Yeah, so everyone relax, everyone chill. This is Kill Tony's own Tony. This is my favorite part where Mark's low. Oh, but then he's. Oh, this show has been compared to Red Bar. We have our own rise of Mark though. Instead of a exciting TV, it's Mark.
Get the camera.
It's Mark, right? But I love it. I love that. And actually, we were lowering. We weren't even right. We were descending.
Yeah, we're lowering.
It looked like it was rising.
I can go even lower. Look at this. It's like the limbo.
Whoa, man. Actually, this is like an optical illusion. Jesus. Scary. Well, I get so much to talk about, so we might as well get to Kill F and Tony, man. Oh, no. First of all, related, because I mentioned Red Bar, and this is so important, Mark. There's this YouTube channel that I've just been seeing over and over and over again for the past 3 weeks. And again, it's one of these incredibly lazy channels called Lion Meows. Okay, this is some kind of comedy commentator. You know, he does 10 million videos. He does like 8 videos a day about every time. You know, a lot of, you see Red Bar's photo, you see Tony, you see Brendan Schaub, Joe Rogan. You know, he does a million videos. Okay, so I was so curious about this, Mark. So I was clicking on these videos. I was watching some of these videos today, and first of all, I mean, don't even get me started on this fella. I don't even like this. Is the thing, like he's so small. He's such a small person online. He might hear about this. I don't want to get in trouble with this guy. He is such a weirdo. He is the oddest character, Mark. You know him. I know because we're getting into this.
Okay. All right.
I actually have to expose Mark, and someone in the chat already did it. I can't believe this, Mark. I went to this guy's freaking, it's not even here anymore, but he had like a 3-hour live stream. Here it is. And I was just like, I was like, there's no way in the world I'm watching this. This is horrible. I mean, look, this is the whole show.
Right.
The guy just sits, I mean, Mark, the guy just sits there reading the chat, staring at the screen for 90, 100 seconds at a time. And he's just like, this, oh man, what? And this is my favorite thing. He goes, you're off my show. What does he say? He has a great phrase. He says to everybody kicks off. He goes,
he kicked. Yeah, go ahead.
What does he say though? It's some phrase.
I forget exactly what he's.
Oh no, he goes,
you're gone. You're banned or something like that.
Get off my page. Get off my page.
Yeah,
it's like MySpace. Get off my freaking page, bro. So he's getting off my page, and I'm just looking at this. I'm like skipping around 30 minutes at a time. Just because I'm like, what the hell is this guy even talking about? And can I find it here? Am I gonna? Yep, there it is. I found it. I freaking found it.
Then
It's gonna be hard to see. I don't know how to zoom in here properly. But in the chat, Mark Wellborn is in the chat of this character. I couldn't believe what I saw. I said, Mark's really in this dude's chat, chatting it up. Now, explain yourself, sir.
So I saw this on Reddit that this guy was live and that Red Bar responded to some comment or something. So I decided to check it out. And because, I like to check out the competition, Tom.
Oh, absolutely.
Now that we're off on Tuesdays, I got some free time on my hands. And this guy just like was doing this investigation of Red Bar. It was just like looking at one Reddit post somebody put.
Yes.
It was very like poorly done. And then anybody that like tried to butt heads with him, he'd like kick off.
Right.
So then I was gonna try to like stir him up a little bit, but not get kicked off. And I asked multiple times if he wanted to collab. I got yelled at one time.
I was just like, that's the part I saw. You said, I wish I'd saved that. You said, hey, we should collab. And he goes, collab? We don't even know who you are. Why would I collab with you? I don't even know if this doesn't make sense. What are you talking about, dude? But he didn't kick you out. I think he thought you might have been somebody famous, so he kept you around. But Mark is in the muck. Mark is in the mud on this show, man. On these dark live streams, I would never even go. I would never visit Mark. These are crazy. This guy is a menace, man. With his freaking, as someone said, incongruous beanie, and his just ability to sit there for 90, 100 seconds at a time doing nothing. That's what scares me. That's a dangerous man. If you can just sit, if you're comfortable sitting in front of a camera when there's no one else talking, there's no other thing, and you're just like, joke world? I don't even know what that is. Like, what are you even talking about, guys? Like, what are you guys even talking about? Like, I don't even know what you guys are talking about. 30 more seconds of silence. I mean, it's the craziest content I've ever watched. I guess you just want attention. You just want people to just look at you. I don't even understand it. And then all his
Yeah.
actual videos are just videos where he just reads a Reddit post or watches a YouTube video, mostly in silence. It's very weird. I don't get the guy. I'm scared that you even talk to him.
No, I think like I know you don't want to start controversy with him. I think he's like I could just tell by his live stream that he's like he doesn't know really what he's doing.
Right.
like
No, I would
he's
agree.
just kind of a clown.
I would agree.
And so that's why I think, all right, we're punching up. He has 6K subscribers.
That's true.
Let's go
He's
after him.
killing it.
Let's rile him up.
Yeah,
a
let's
little
rile
bit.
him up. I don't even mind that because then he said the whole thing. All I could tell with Red Bar, I don't even know what happened. It doesn't affect me. But all I know is that I guess he made a video about Red Bar. He says Red Bar took down the video, made a copyright claim, and then Red Bar said he didn't. And then they kind of disagreed about whether or not they did. It was so boring. And then Red Bar goes, "Hey, can I call you? Can I talk to you?" The guy's live. And he's going, the whole time he's going, this guy's too afraid of me. He won't talk to me. And then then he goes, "Hey, can we talk right now?" He goes, "I don't want to talk to that guy. What are you, crazy?" So obviously this guy's kind of, I don't know what, he's scared or he's got I don't know what's up with this guy. This lion guy.
He was like,
and he's incongruous as hell. Let's be honest.
He was like, "I don't want anything to do with this guy." And it's like, okay, but you're having a 3-hour stream about him as well as an hour of content posted. Like,
honestly, yeah. It's like if Tony Hinchcliffe called us. I'm like, why would I want to talk to him? Maybe the greatest thing to ever happen.
What's the craziest thing about you?
You got any more jokes?
You have any more?
Okay, let's check out. Enough about this stupid lion guy, but yeah, he is a menace. I'm worried about him. I don't know. I don't feel like you don't mess with guys like this, but I'm glad you are, Mark, and you can whip it up. And he just seems, I don't know if I guess if he's acting, if he's putting on a thing, or work, as you wrestling fans would call it, then that's pretty fine. That's fine. But I think he's just looking to lash out at people, to strike out. That's a dangerous character.
Yeah.
A bread tuber,
and it's like,
that's not good.
He wasn't like funny or interesting in any way either. So it was like,
did you really just sit there? And I mean, I know you were chatting and trolling it, but did you have to watch that? That was nonsense. I
was genuinely curious. It's like, what is he doing? Like, what is he going to provide? And he was like, nothing. It was like old Reddit posts that I've seen and stuff. It's like very bad. He's like zooming in on pictures that make no sense.
Yeah, the connections.
Terrible.
He is incongruous to that. Someone says, "Who's Mark?" Mark is this guy. If you're joking, then I'm not going to tell you. But that's Mark. In case you don't know. If you're joking, shame on you. People have seen enough of Mark already, and you're subjecting them to more. There he is. Someone else said in the chat that they actually sought out and found your appearance on Kill Tony.
Wow. I'm happy for you. That very uneventful and not worth it.
No, it was worth it. Well, you should really watch. Do I still have it up? I don't even know. Our live stream of watching Kill Tony. Now that was fun. Watching Mark on Kill Tony. That was a great blast. What a fun. Was that? When was that? When was that? When were you on?
That was like about a year ago. No, a little over a year ago now at this point, because it was like
it was like early 24. We had a big blowout. We had balloons, champagne. We did it all. Let's go after tonight. Thank you. So thank you for being a new time watcher, and if you're liking the show, if you're enjoying it, hey, like it, subscribe to it. You know what? I'm doing a new thing. I just thought of this today, Mark. I want you guys to like and describe. I want you to just define the show to another person. Describe it.
Oh.
Or like and define. That was what it was. Like and define.
Like and define.
Explain the show to someone else. Define it. Well, Mark, are you taking any more pot tonight? Are you smoking tonight?
Do you want me to? But I don't think I was good last episode. Yeah.
I thought you were great for being high. It was very funny, but I don't know if it's an every show thing. You know what I mean?
No.
It was good though.
I'm already on amoxin right now. So
you're still on those antis, huh?
They tell you to take them for 10 days, and it's still within the 10 days. So
okay. We love We love a dedicated king, man. We love it.
Yep.
Let's watch, let's get to it. Daddy Tony, Kill Tony's own Tony Hinchcliffe, was on Bill Maher's Club Random. I'm not an expert at Club Random by any means, but I do know Tony, and I thought this was one of the absolute funniest, greatest podcast appearances I've ever watched. I was laughing harder at a podcast, just a simple podcast between guys, than I have in forever. This was a really, really funny show. You know, I think who's that? Too Lazy to Try made a video about this that I watched. I already formed an opinion. Don't worry, Too Lazy, because he says, what did he say? He said, Kill Tony bombed. Or Tony Hinchcliffe bombed on Bill Maher. I think that was the title of it. I'm going to tell you something. I disagree with that title, Mark. Tony Hinchcliffe bombing on Club Random. He would have, to bomb, you have to attempt to tell a joke. You have to attempt to be funny. It's more like Tony sat in the room for Club Random. That's what it felt like to me. I mean, he was trying to, we're going to get to it, but he was trying to impress Bill Maher. That's what I kind of felt. He was trying to buddy up to Bill Maher. And I don't think he knows much about, he's watched a lot of Bill Maher, according to him, from when he was a kid. But I don't think he knows excuse me, I made a little gross mouth noise. I don't think he actually knows what Bill Maher like now, and how Bill Maher, he just thought Bill Maher would respect him as a comedian. It turns out Bill Maher is all up on Trump. He just wants to talk Trump. He just wants to talk, just Trump, actually. There was really no other things that he brought up for more than 3 minutes besides himself and his own show and tour. Bill Maher is all about Bill. Tony's all about Tony. Who will win this battle? I meant to have a little ding ding, because this is like a match. This is like a fight. This is not a podcast. This is not a friendly conversation. This is a fight. And I don't think Tony knew that, Mark, when he came into the random zone. I don't think he knew that.
Yeah. I mean, we'll watch all of it, but I don't know if you've formed this opinion. Who was invited on the Who's podcast? Like, do you think Tony asked for it? Do you think Bill invited him on?
Bill invited him on after Bill met Trump. Bill went to lunch with Donald Trump. Bill Maher went to lunch with Donald Trump. Got hated for it in the press. Like the New York Times wrote about it. He was hated for it by the liberals because he's a liberal. So then I think the publicist, someone made a connection to Tony. Tony was in trouble for his own thing, Puerto Rico garbage, which we get an incredible revelation about that today. Yes. Tony's Puerto Rico joke, which I've been closely following the timeline for months now. What was the point of that joke? We'll find out tonight. And I think Bill reached out to Tony, but expected something different than he got. And Tony expected something different than he got. So we got a real clash here, Mark, a real clash. And it's
go ahead. I think the opposite. I think Tony asked to get onto his podcast. And
really,
I'll show you why. I mean, we're gonna watch. We have to watch the beginning. The beginning's the best part.
The beginning's amazing. Bill Maher. I'm sure Red Bar's talked about this. I'm sure other people, Too Lazy to Try, whoever has talked about this. But Bill Maher, I didn't even know this, does this alpha thing. Now that's what I mean. It's a competition. It's an alpha comp. This is an alpha comp, which is why my title was the Alpha Bill Maher. He does such an alpha move in the beginning. He makes the guest. I've never seen this. The guest sit by themselves in the studio, just waiting for Bill to show up. I've never seen a move, an alpha move like that. You think he's going to be like, ladies and gentlemen, Tony Hinchcliffe. But no, you just kind of, I guess, are led you probably don't even see Bill until he walks in. So you're totally alphaed. You have no idea what he's going to be like. You're confronted. And let's watch that happen. And an industry professional. Yeah, I thought Bill Maher actually showed himself to be a pro at broadcasting, at talking. I mean, he could talk about himself for years, forever. Bill Maher's an expert. And Tony, I don't think Tony has quite the same level of skill yet. So watch this.
Probiotic drink is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic.
Spring is here, which means...
Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot. He does ads at the beginning, including ads to make ads, to do your own ads. Very confusing. But here's Tony. Oh, who's the hero?
Free shipping on your first
Club
box.
Random.
Yeah, I didn't want to say because it sounds like name dropping.
Okay. Who was it?
Abraham
I can't believe we're
Lincoln.
saying this. Club Random.
I mean, even though he's like the last guy I would have.
I also
have
love
over
this
here at
intro
Club
too.
Random
Him great
to,
intro.
like,
No, actually, I've grown to really like this intro. Da, 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 da.
have a
That
good,
would
a
really
good
make
time.
it random.
Club Random.
Guest here.
Hypno should have invited that girl to Club Random. Maybe he would have gotten a hot date at that point. That's the hottest club in town. Here comes Tony. We got to look at the outfits, look at the chairs, look at everything. Watch.
I'm here. Hello.
Place swept up.
So Bill just shows up from above.
How's it going, my man?
Does Bill actually, he's made this look like he actually hangs out in here. This looks like the scariest place to hang out.
Yeah. I don't like how there's a box on the pool table. That means he doesn't use that pool table ever.
No, that's now become a storage. That's become just a table for storing cigars and pot and alcohol and cigarettes and vapes.
How are you?
How's this guy 75 years old? He's smoking pot, vape, he's doing everything. And he's sharper than some of what Joe Rogan would call the best comics in the world. He's sharper. How is that possible?
Good. So nice to meet you.
Tony.
Tony Hinchcliffe. Bill Maher.
Oh my God. So Tony in his best athletic style vest, camo pants. I think he really could not have. Didn't he wear this exact thing on Kill Tony?
I've never seen that jacket, but I know he wears those Burberry glasses.
He's wearing the Burberry shades. He's a fucking wolf.
A pleasure to
Oh,
meet you.
the insult comic. I can feel the barbs.
Okay, this is where it gets so funny right off the bat. But I love that they're crammed to this corner of the studio too. I love that too.
Bill Maher. A pleasure to
Oh,
meet you.
the insult comic. I can feel the barbs coming. Should I?
Okay, so Bill just alphaing him here instantly. Being, oh no, this scary alpha Oh, that comic. I couldn't even. You're gonna really roast me now. I couldn't believe he pulled this off. He doesn't. That's the thing about Bill Maher. He doesn't. The lack of self-awareness is his superpower. He'll do this. He'll not feel guilty about doing it. He'll not feel guilty about totally embarrassing Tony Hinchcliffe at multiple times during this podcast. He's got no fear. Watch.
Not sit in the front
No,
row.
you're safe. You're
if I'm
safe.
in the front row, am I going to get spritzed with the comic barbs? You're not going to ask me where I'm from.
No crowd work on you.
No.
So just calling him an asshole right off the bat. I love it.
This is what makes me think that Tony asked to be on this show because he's like, all right, he's a roast comic. And then he's saying like how he's going to do crowd work and stuff. Like, does he think he's like a Matt Rife type? I don't even know.
That's also the thing. Did Bill Maher really know about Tony? Does he know about him? I don't think he's ever seen Kill Tony. I don't think he knows anything about it.
This is my theory is that Tony had a show in Anaheim because he alludes to it here.
Oh.
And he was trying to do the podcast rounds. And Bill said yes because obviously he knows about Tony because of the whole Trump thing. And he's like, oh, that'll be interesting enough for an episode.
Right.
So personally, I think Tony asked to be on this.
Interesting. And I also thought Bill could have asked because I know what you mean, because this is like, I think Bill was expecting almost a comic debate, Trump versus liberals. He was expecting Tony to go, Trump's the best. You don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you stupid liberal snowflake cocks. That would kind of make for at least this is the clippable. There's clips and we're arguing and this is crazy. Tony gets flustered, man. I don't think he's ready for this.
You're not going to ask me where I'm from.
No crowd work on you.
No, come on. Do some crowd work. Ask me where
he's got
I'm from.
Where are you?
straps in the back. I haven't
He's got
even
the
noticed that.
wraparound. He's got the wraparound band.
He's on a boat in case they fall off,
Yeah. Oh, he's on the boat of Club Random, and he's about to capsize, man. This ain't right because
No crowd work on you.
No, come on. Do some crowd work.
So he says, no, I'm not doing it, this is a classic. Not only is it an alpha move to alpha someone, but I said to Mark, it's like when your uncle, you say you do comedy, your uncle approaches you at Thanksgiving and goes, oh, don't do it to me, buddy. I know you got plenty of jokes ready for me.
Yeah.
And you're like, God damn it. First of all, uncle, I have nothing. I got no material. And you're putting me in a bad position. Everybody knows that's a bad position to put someone in. Say, hey, tell me a joke right now, asshole.
Yeah.
Ask me where I'm from.
Where are you from?
New Jersey. Come on. There's a slow pitch down the middle of the plate, bro. New Jersey.
That is a shithole, indeed.
Well, come on, you could do better than the shithole, isn't that what you're famous?
Oh, and he just says,
Nah.
he gives up. He goes, you can do better than that, can't you? Anyway, he bombed that. So,
But then he's like, isn't that what you're famous for? I love that line.
yeah, aren't you
'Cause he
famous for
said
bombing?
shithole.
But I think he also
No.
means, aren't you famous for the garbage?
Yeah.
And that's going to come front and center soon. Tony's Puerto Rico garbage comment, joke, statement. Been called a statement, a joke, all by Tony. And should we just keep watching, Mark, or do you have something good time to skip to? Because I was going to skip a little bit.
Warm up. I like to,
I have
like
a
to
bunch.
feel the people.
I have a
and know them
whole
little
sheet
bit
here.
better.
And this doesn't make any sense. Listen to this.
This is the
though,
greatest
Mark. I'm sorry to
podcast
interrupt.
ever.
This is the greatest podcast ever. So he goes, well, I understand Tony not wanting to roast Bill Maher because it makes him look like an asshole to be like, hey, tell me, roast me right now. It's an alpha move on someone.
That is a shithole, indeed.
Well, come on, you could do better than the shithole, isn't that what you're
Maybe I'll
famous
warm up.
for?
I like to feel the people and know them a little bit better than just straight up.
Oh, ask me what I do.
Tony, this ain't a date, bro. This isn't a date. Now, has Tony ever said he needs to know the person better before roasting them? I thought he was the roast god. I thought he roasted open micers. He roasted Mark 1 second after he came on stage.
I don't know any of these people till they walk through that curtain. Then it's game on.
Yeah, that's his attitude. So here it's a little cope saying, I like to know the people. I like to spend 6 to 8 months on vacation with them, and then I can really give them hell. Talk about when they last squirted. Okay, so here is more. So where should we skip to, Mark? Because I'm going to let you take the reins a little bit here.
Well, the big thing I have are all little clips, and he already alluded to it, but I'll circle it back at the end. But I mean, the Puerto Rico thing, I think, is
That's
the
great.
biggest thing.
I think
front.
that's 19 minutes in. I have that, and that's going to be
Yeah.
Tony talking about the Puerto Rico incident when he went to the Trump rally. He called Puerto Rico an island of garbage. Yeah, he should have said New Jersey. That's an island of garbage. Mark's got the wraparounds. Nice.
No, I have to get in my club rant because now I got to lift this up because a common theme is they always have the thing they're smoking up around their head. So I got to lift this desk up a little bit.
They go classy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we can talk club random.
Oh, that's looks good. Okay, so I need an alcoholic beverage and a cigarette and a joint to beat Bill Maher. So when you said garbage, what did you mean by that?
Am I Tony or Bill?
Aren't you Tony? Or are you Bill?
Oh, well, I don't know. I just want to get it in the
I'd prefer to be
mood of
Tony,
these
but I would
guys.
play Bill.
Front end and a longer back end, and
You can be my understudy for Tony. I'm gonna play Tony. And here's him lighting a biggest joint you ever seen in your life, biggest blunt.
Like what? I'm curious.
Well, it was basically at the end of the normal joke, I go, I'm talking about the problems in the world,
Right?
And I go, and I don't know if you guys
This is all about Puerto Rico, by the way.
know this, but there's a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah, I think it's called
Set
Puerto
up.
Rico.
Yeah.
And the point of the joke is that people picture,
Hilarious.
obviously,
Of
in my
course.
mind, obviously,
It's
the Great Pacific Garbage
Of course,
Patch.
it's the classic misdirection.
Yes, which I'm obsessed with, by the way. I can't believe nobody ever talks about the fact that there's an island
do.
of plastic as big as
Oh,
Texas.
I do.
Oh, this is where we get the two egomaniacs battling it out. No one ever talks about a garbage patch in the ocean. I do. Well, I do all the time on my show. I mean, it's bizarre. It's so funny that they both have to lie and pretend they care about this island of garbage that no one, I mean, people know about it, but this is not the number one thought on either of their minds. Okay? Am I right or wrong, Mark?
No, you're 100% right. I'm just so enamored by
This whole explanation is crazy. You know, being forced to explain your joke, which I do to I've done to people on this show, like Mark and Luke, to, I almost feel bad doing it because when you have to explain something you said, it's not funny. So he's being forced to explain an already joke that bombed multiple times. Someone says they have a pan pizza coming in 20 minutes. Congratulations. Let me buy that for you and pay it forward to the next guy. I got you on that one. Send me the bill. Puerto Rico. So I guess the point is he did it because he really cares about the garbage patch. So he's fascinated by the garbage patch. That's why he told the joke. Okay, let's let him keep explaining. This is really making me want a Coke right now, though. Look at that delicious ice bucket of Cokes. I really want one.
I know the product placement. It's great.
And someone says, pretty sure that Puerto Rico isn't in the Pacific. There you go. Great point. He says the Pacific garbage patch. So he's not even talking about the same freaking garbage patch. He doesn't even know where it is. I don't even think he knows where Puerto Rico is, to be honest. I don't think he knew that Puerto Rico was part of America when he told that joke.
Hey, was he talking about the Pacific garbage patch or a specific garbage patch? Come on,
like
he's a
and
wordsmith.
define. Like and define. Get your words straight, everybody.
On my show.
It's wild, right?
Oh, I did a whole fucking thing.
In the fucking, it's in the fish.
Oh, I spent a whole year on that. Oh my God. Oh.
I made a whole career.
Oh, my whole career was garbage patch, of course.
It's in our suit.
These two guys, man, are unbelievable. I mean, you could not get two better. Like, I know Tony lives in Austin now, but this is like the same exact guy talking to themselves. Like, it's pretty amazing. These are both like, I would call them both, Mark, confirmed LA bachelors.
Yes.
Which,
yes. Right. That's a great point. Yeah.
Confirmed LA bachelors, which back in the day used to mean sex perverts. Okay, let's be honest. Now we don't know what they really are. I'm not going to speculate, but we know about Bill Maher's history with women and escorts, and he's quite the player. And what's up with Tony? These two are the same guy to me, and that's what makes this even better. Anyway, he's going to explain why he did the Trump rally and why he did the Puerto Rico joke. This is all huge Tony news.
Show.
It's wild, right?
Oh, I did a whole fucking thing.
And the fucking, it's in the fish, it's in our
They both say
sushi,
fucking unnecessarily.
Oh yeah,
I did a whole fucking thing about it.
And it's
they're the same exact guy, and I know Tony probably
They really are.
Tony got influenced by Bill Maher in some way, but they're the same guy. Now I fucking discovered the garbage patch.
I have to change my whole thesis here. I mean, this is brand
crazy.
new. I didn't
know.
notice this. This is the third time watching this too. I've watched this.
I know. I swear you could watch this. Just don't even download any other podcast for your car rides. Just put this on over and over. Seriously, you would learn so much.
Fucking, it's in the fish, it's in our sushi,
Yes.
which means it's in
No,
us.
I've
it's
said
in
it
our...
here also. If there's anything that's going to get us, they could possibly fix a lot of the air pollution because there are new strategies and technologies that are coming online.
What the hell is he talking? He talks for 2 more minutes about this. I don't know what the hell. And I love Tony tries to make one point, and Bill Maher's like, exactly, and that's why we gotta. Classic. They both interrupt. They both know how to do it. I think this is amazing. Now we're gonna go. I guess I was gonna skip to 22 minutes in, Mark, because that's where we find out Bill Maher's gonna ask the crucial question: why did you?
Part of this.
This is the best part. To me, one of my favorite parts. Why did you decide to do the Trump rally? Which is a question we've been asking since it happened. Was he just trying to get clout? Was he trying to do this? Well, was he trying to make a statement about free speech? According to him, Mark, just last week, right? Didn't he say, "I did the thing to talk about free speech. I did the rally for free speech." Mm-hmm. Free speech. And Tony does look stunned here. He's out of his element. He's been stunned. Here we go.
It started in.
And the glasses, they magnify his eyes. They make him look even more scared. The Burberry shades.
In the afternoon.
Not a good ad for Burberry shades right here.
And it was supposed to go to the evening. When I got there, I go, when am I going up in this thing? And they go, you're up first. Can you imagine?
Oh, you opened. You opened for the Trump rally.
I went up after the goddamn national anthem.
But did you do it because you're...
Okay, so he tried to relate to Bill Maher being like, what a hell gig. Can you believe it? I had to go. Tony, you chose to do it. Okay, it's a political rally, not a comedy show. Goodness gracious. I like that. I know it's a cover for Ice, but on Bill Maher's chair arm, it looks like he has a giant bell to ring the help.
Yeah.
That's what I like. I know it's just a jar for the ice, but it looks like that would be something Tony and Bill Maher would both have. A bell for the help.
Oh, it looks like we need more ice. Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, 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 ding. Rupert, come in here, please. We need more ice for Tony.
You're a supporter of Trump or just because you...
Okay, why'd you go? Why'd you go to the route?
Bring ice in every 30 minutes.
Every 30... New rule. Ice must stay frozen longer. New rule.
Can you imagine?
Oh, you opened for the Trump rally.
I went up after the goddamn
Why did you do the rally?
Anthem,
But did you
Maher.
do it because you're a supporter of Trump or just because it's an opportunity and a paycheck? Was it a paycheck?
No, it wasn't a paycheck. I did it literally to hopefully, get some, hopefully, if only 10,000, not to mention 100,000, maybe 200 if we're lucky, actual people to vote for him. Yeah.
Oh, so you did want people to vote for Trump?
Yes,
Oh.
without a doubt.
There we go. It's official.
Wow.
He's more of a Trump supporter, endorser than freaking Jeff Dye was on the Lincoln Log Cabin events. He wanted to win hundreds of thousands of votes for Donald Trump. This is the guy that said, I'm not supposed to tell you who I'm voting for. Comedians don't talk about who they're voting for. I'm not a political guy. And then he literally says on Bill Maher, I did it to get Donald Trump elected president of the United States. The most political thing you could ever. Amazing. Incredible.
Yeah, did he say thousands of votes?
I thought he said hundreds of thousands.
Because I put a different time code where later he says thousands. He was going to sway thousands of voters. I was like, oh my God.
if we let him, if this went an hour longer, he would have been in the billions. I'm hoping to sway the whole world to support Donald Trump. Thank you. Thanks to Tony. Thank you, Tony, for doing it. Of course, Tony famously, and that's going to come up later. Tony famously almost totally derailed Trump for a day or two. Totally threw him off messaging. Trump ended up doing the whole garbage truck thing. He made lemon out of sour, hacky lemonade. But
you're going to say sourdough. Shout out Tom Papa.
Yeah. We're breaking bread. And, how did that theme song go for Breaking Bread with Tom Papa? That's what I was trying to remember just now.
Breaking bread with Tom Papa.
He's breaking bread. He's Tom Papa. We're breaking bread with Tom Papa. Yeah. So he is doing it to win the hearts and minds of thousands of voters. That's why he went to the Trump rally and did watermelon material. Okay. All right. Oh, fine. Okay. Well, hey, watermelon material, Latinos, ejaculating jokes. He did a lot of stuff.
Okay. I think he gets a weird rap in this world, man. And,
That's the one thing I've never heard about Trump. Anyone ever say, supporter. He gets a really, really bad reputation. No, come on. It's Donald Trump. Everybody knows. I thought that was funny. He gets a weird rap.
We're going to have to break off on that point.
They go to commercial after that.
Sorry, we're going to take 5 minutes to talk about Z-Biotics.
After a night with drinks, I don't bounce back the next day like I used to, and
after
like
8...
those drinks covered.
Oh, yeah, that's very classy of him. Wow. No one's going to roofie that, Bill. I just love that. He's drinking. He drinks 8 drinks in 1 hour with Tony Hinchcliffe and smokes 3 joints. And he's like, I don't feel that great in the morning anymore. Yeah, Bill. You're 75 and binge drinking with Tony Hinchcliffe. Okay. Now, where to Mark? I think I was going to skip to where Bill Maher actually openly laughs at Tony.
Okay.
There is a good part. This is classic because they're still talking about the Trump rally. They're still talking about Puerto Rico. And Bill Maher's going to reveal something that this is almost like you couldn't have put this in a show. You couldn't have put this script in a movie. This part where Bill Maher laughs at Tony might be the best comedic timing all year. Watch this.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, somehow this succubus, put his snake tongue down my throat, and now I'm, but that's not what happened.
Right.
and they just can't quite give it up, some of them.
Oh, I think that is a quality that is across the boards to the far left. They are absolutists in the way of if you show any
The woke
respect
left.
to the president of the United States, and let's not forget, he's also a former president of the United States. So it was a guy that, like, you know, when I was going in to do that rally, the goal, you know, it wasn't just
Okay, but so the goal 20 minutes ago was to get thousands of people to, I think he's going to say it again. The goal wasn't only to get thousands of people to vote for Trump. Here's where I think he reveals why he really did it. This is, I think, the real reason he did it, to me.
Yeah.
If you looked in Tony's soul, I think that would be what I would guess. Listen.
That rally, the goal, you know, it wasn't just to swing a few, you know, 1,000 votes, hopefully, of whoever listens to my podcast or whoever liked my silly performance on the Tom Brady roast or whatever. It was also...
So people were going to see him on the Tom Brady roast and vote for Trump? This is funny. Anyway.
Who's that guy voting for?
Hey,
who's that guy and who's he voting for?
I just saw that guy, his penis just got slapped by Andrew Schulz, and he said Burger King. Who's he voting for? I want to hitch my wagon to that fella.
Whoever liked my silly performance on the Tom Brady roast or whatever, it was also to fucking have the president go, that was cool. Thanks, man. That's awesome. I liked your set. You got the crowd going. Which, by the way, I did. Of course, that room isn't mic'd for a comedy show. No, he didn't. I didn't get to talk to him that day.
Tony.
Listen, that evil laugh from Bill Maher. That was a freaking belly laugh out of that. You never even got to meet the dude that you glazed for months? You ruined your whole career possibly over? One of the funniest things I've ever seen. Where do we even get started with this? I mean, it's from Tony's delusion to he still thinks he killed, by the way, at the roast. I mean, at the rally.
Yeah.
It wasn't mic'd properly.
Yeah, it wasn't mic'd. The biggest arena in the
Madison
world that's
Square
been
Garden.
putting on comedy shows forever.
Right.
Wasn't mic'd right.
Yeah. That's what Jordan said when he lost a game in the playoffs to the Knicks. What? The mics were all off. Okay, so he's still saying, I did not bomb. Or he's not even saying, no one's even saying he bombed. She's front loading it with, don't worry more, the crowd wasn't mic'd. And then he goes, the reason I went to the rally was, to get the president to be like, hey, good job, man. You really did a good thing for us today. You were really funny. Great set. I'm sorry to tell you, Tony, Trump is not Joe Rogan or Adam Egget. He is a psychopath president of the United States. And if you're going to bomb, he's going to go, I don't know the guy. I never knew the guy. Don't want to know him. Don't want to hear about him. Don't like the look of him. Don't never even seen him before. They just told me about him 30 seconds ago. I don't even know. That was Trump's whole thing famously about Tony. Don't know the guy. Don't want to know him. Which to a guy you really want to impress saying, I don't even want to know him. that must hurt. That must suck.
Yeah. But he's still, even after all that, he's still doing this, which is,
you think, I know, he's still going all in for Trump.
I know.
1,000 votes, hopefully, of whoever listens to my podcast.
But you could not script this better as a punchline.
Whoever liked my silly performance on the Tom Brady roast or whatever, it was also to fucking have the president go, that was cool. Thanks, man. That
sounds like something Trump would say.
That's
cool. Yeah. Thanks, man.
Now we know Tony's inner fantasy.
This is fantasy right there. We're revealing it. Hey, do you want to open for JD Vance at the secret show he's doing later? He's going to do a secret pop-up. Do you want to open for him? Tony, you did so great.
That's awesome. I liked your set. You got the crowd going. Which, by the way, I did. Of course, that room isn't mic'd for a comedy show. No, he didn't. I didn't get to talk to him that day.
That's like out of a freaking movie, and Bill knows it. Bill Maher. Funny. I mean, look at him. Full open mouth, guffawing at Kill Tony. Tony Hinchcliffe. Incredible.
Tony, you must feel so bad about that. You go and you're for him and you're working for him and you like him and me, nothing but vitriol for 10 years and I get the invite.
Isn't it wild?
But I said this when I
Alpha once again. Bill Maher, man, just shoving it in Tony's face. You know, I talk shit with him for 10 years and he invites me out for a whole meal. We became best friends. You? He treats you like a dog.
Also, is it me or is it like this camera angle like blocked off by half a wall? I was going nuts on what's going on.
Bill Maher is actually his body is cut off. I don't understand the shots. I don't understand why are there, I'm going to say 8 open containers on the table. About 8 open containers on the table, but that's Bill Maher's
did the piece on it when I got back. The best moment to me was when I brought in a list of 56 different insults.
So then Bill just starts bragging about when he got to meet Trump and how cool Trump was and how Trump actually was nice. Yikes.
He has said about me. I had it printed on a piece of paper, and he signed it, and it's on my wall.
So cool.
And it'll always be one of the coolest artifacts in the. Yeah. And it's just But here's my question that I'm fascinated about.
Okay, what is this question?
Like I want to know if the comic community is different than the actorly community.
Okay, no one cares, Bill. What came next, Mark? Because I thought I had just a great clip.
I had the next like big one I had over was like an hour in.
An hour in. Okay, well, exactly an hour. I just got
an hour and 13 seconds.
I don't know until I'm up there because I'm a secret, unannounced pop-in, but I will feel it from 20% of the room.
I'm sorry. Someone in the crowd saying, someone in the chat. I'm so sorry, Mark, saying we are doing a bad job and we're as bad as mainstream media.
Oh wow!
I find that a great compliment because we are trying to replace Jimmy Fallon. So, personally, and I'm trying to replace Jimmy Fallon and go mainstream on CBS. Mark's on the dark web on Lion Meow's chat. So I mean, we're on different we're neither of us are. I might be mainstream, but don't accuse Mark.
Yeah, please.
Don't you think, Mark?
Yeah, I'm going after Lion Meows.
After being in Lion Meow's chat, would you describe yourself as alt-right?
Yeah, I guess so.
I think so. I think you're an alt-right internet guy now. I don't even know what's happening.
Yeah.
Bradley, the tell I'm up there because I'm a secret, unannounced pop-in, but I will feel it from 20.
So you want to hear this part? This is good.
Well, this is a whole part where Tony and Bill bond over like half the crowd not wanting to be there and not liking them to begin with.
And that trumps Trump.
They won't know until I'm up there because I'm a secret, unannounced pop-in, but I will feel it from 20% of the room. Assuredly, the girlfriends of the excited boyfriend's gonna be like that, and there's always a few just angry.
Yes. Right.
They can't wait to show me.
That's funny.
Because they can't hide there.
When I stopped doing the road last year, but like for so many years I would see somebody in the front row, and it was in there who was like this, arms folded, like stone face, and it was just invariably the husband of a woman who loved me. You know.
Wow, so they're kind of the opposite. They're opposites.
Yeah, they're literally looking in a mirror. Like
it is so weird. It is like reflected. It's like Tony, only the guys like Tony, and only the women like Bill Maher, but for this weird, unknown reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Tony, is he happy with the reputation of all women, or be like, ew?
Yeah.
When he comes on.
Well, then it gets better because he brings them all together at some point, or at least in his mind.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good. And I just want to say, I hope everyone here who was watching this is I don't want anyone here crossing their arms who's watching at home. Please uncross them and have a sunny look on your face in case we hack into your webcam. I don't want to imagine you guys frowning while watching this show. It actually hurts me.
Liberal woman loved me and dragged the husband.
Yeah.
And I let it go for as long as I could in the
I think
show.
this guy's confused. He's saying, watch the original video. He's like, don't clip it. Don't cut it out. Watch the whole. So do you want me to watch the whole hour 47, or do you want me to find the raw feed of Bill Maher's camera and see exactly what went on?
Live feed to his basement.
The security cam from outside the compound. What happened? I'm watching the whole damn video. Anyway, I'm just joking with you. Have a good night.
So, and then I would just talk to the guy, and I would just point out, I know you're the big tough guy, you're the conservative, you're the tough people, and yet you let your wife drag you to a show you didn't want to go to.
Got him.
I do the exact same thing and reverse it, and I go,
These guys are incredible.
and here you are stuck watching me because you were too insecure to let your man go out tonight without you because you think he'll fuck somebody else, and one day he will.
Yeah. Hear that, ladies? Go to a Tony Hinchcliffe show. He accuses you of your husband of cheating and you of being a insecure slut. So why don't you go now?
And then Bill even makes it even worse. He keeps going.
I mean, obviously, I don't know.
You because you think he'll fuck somebody else, and one day he will.
God.
No, I got a better way to make him feel worse.
Yeah.
You're so worried your man is going to go out and fuck somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to fuck your man. You can stop.
Did he say your mans? Oh, call Hypno up, mans. Yo, your mans. No one wants to fuck your mans. I think he said mans. So these guys they're just roasting imaginary people now that they've gotten to that point. Owning the crowd that's not really there.
Somebody else. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to fuck.
They're roasting their own crowd.
Really, they're roasting people that go to their shows imaginary.
Stop worrying, sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
This is not an issue that's going to come up. Oh, he'll flirt, but no one will take him up on the offer. So let him go. Let him fly. Free bird.
These two are the exact same guy. I can't get over it. They're like freaking mirrors, and they're the exact same catty kind of guy. Very, very strange, man, how they're so alike.
Yeah.
My man.
But then the other one I had is then Tony eventually, like right around here, he goes in talking about his own act. I don't know if you saw this.
No, we got it. Well, let's
I found this hilarious.
And but someone's saying the part about Tony's marriage is maybe another crazy part of this. The marriage. Wait till we get to that.
It's fun when you see those people out there. It makes me, when I'm performing and I'll see it and I'll ignore it and I'll see it and I'll ignore it and I'll keep going. And the whole time I'll glance back, right? And I bet you would too when it happens to you. And you're trying to break them, right? You're trying to see maybe this one will get them, right? The angry face person to break. And we don't fight. If you get them to break, which happens a lot,
yes,
because eventually they can't help themselves, right?
That's the great thing about comedy.
And even now, right? I'm kind of leaning into this whole, you think I'm a racist thing, but I'm just obsessed with different cultures. I love stereotypes. This is kind of the theme of currently the stuff that I'm working on is I'm actually leaning.
Yeah. Wow.
The theme is stereotypes.
I've never seen such a
theme of his act.
That's a unique theme. I've never seen a comic work with stereotypes. That's pretty funny, man. And it's not, by the way, it's not stereotypes, Mark. It's appreciating other cultures.
Oh, my bad.
Like black people, you love watermelon, right? Yeah. And Asian people, you do math and crash your car. I love culture. Tony, let's not pretend you've done anything but heard a bunch of old stereotypes and then you repeat them. Do you do any investigation into culture? Do you go anywhere? Do you travel? No. You're watching old episodes of Amos and Andy and watching people in blackface and coming up with your stereotypes from Bugs Bunny in the 1940s. I mean, really? Incredible. I just like to talk about other cultures on stage now. AKA calling Mexican people lazy. I mean, that's what that means. That's what that means, by the way.
farther into this type of thing where I'm saying what I love about America is that we can all laugh at each other. Like black people.
Oh, so he's doing like Don Rickles. He's trying to do Don Rickles, who always did that. You know, Don Rickles would call like a guy in the crowd, you know, a dirty, fill in the slur, and then go, but we can all laugh. This what makes you're what makes this country great. You know, and Don Rickles could pull it off. He's charming. People like him. Well, I would love to go to a Tony show and see the charm. Because so far the charm that he's talked about is, oh, you're mad because you're here and you're a woman? Yeah. Probably because you're insecure because your man's cheating on you all the time, you idiot. And he'll do it again soon when you're not looking and your whole life will be destroyed. And you're black? You're probably Shaquika or something. What's your name?
People do this, and Asians are bad at this, and so now I'm really going for it, and it's so funny because they'll hold strong on the things that affect them.
Of course.
But then all of a sudden you're into something that doesn't affect them, or they don't have an Asian friend, or they don't have a black friend, or they don't have a this, and you find the thing that they agree with, and they crap.
Okay. What is he? I don't know what he's talking about anymore. Skip it.
He's talking about stereotypes. I don't know. I
It's
just
really
can't
not that
believe he like
complicated.
talks that much about his act is being all like stereotypes. I was
Yeah, you're like, oh, it is? It's just stereotypes?
Yeah. It's like, oh wow, it really is just kill Tony, but
It's just
in a
kill Tony,
stand-up
but you're standing up and you're
With
just
nobody else.
imagining an Asian guy with a thick accent instead of seeing him. Shout
He's
out
doing the
Kansei
act out of
Yasuda.
it.
Yeah, he's doing Kansei Yasuda. And you're like, then he came up like this. Ching chong ching. What a nerd. Hate that guy. All right, here we get to Tony's marriage? Question mark? Now, longtime people who know about Tony know that Tony was married for a short period of time. I don't know when, 10 years ago? I don't really know. To a woman from Australia. I don't know what happened. We don't know what happened, but they got divorced. Tony never mentions this. Tony never talks about the marriage. He never says, well, my ex-wife once said, you never would hear, you never hear that. The wedding was very short. The length of the marriage, was very short. And we don't really know what happened. So, and I think most people who have Tony on their show wouldn't be brave enough to ask Tony about this subject, because you'll see he gets a little uncomfortable and flustered when you talk about his wife, his ex-wife. Luckily, Bill is an alpha. Bill does not care about other people's feelings or when they get upset or uncomfortable. He plows through completely. But first, let's hear Tony say a word in a funny way.
I gotta tell you, all that I know about him is that this.
Oh, this is good. This is about JD Vance.
So they show the flight.
Have you gotten to meet JD Vance?
No, never met JD.
I gotta tell you, all that I know about him is that this guy's a badass because.
That's okay. That was it. This guy's a badass. All I know about this guy, he's a badass. And he makes up for me not meeting Trump. Because I met JD. Badass. Why is he a badass? Because he's defended Tony from the whole Puerto Rico.
He called him, well, I'll get to that later, but.
What should I think I should keep playing.
When my stuff was going down that week.
Can't do it was gay or Tony or these two guys. Come here, sailor, and I'll show you.
Trump wasn't, he was kind of off rallies. He was just laying low for a bit. And JD Vance was taking the questions. He was out there kind of doing little rallies and taking questions from the people. And every single day, and trust me, I was watching like a hawk, and we get sent the clips or whatever of whatever just happened. They would ask him, what do you think about the racist comments from the speaker? They were calling me everything but a comedian. They could not say the word comedian.
Someone makes a good point that he's like, Trump just had to lay low for a little bit. It was like a week before the election. I don't think he was laying low from what I remember. Yeah. Did he ever lay low? He just means he didn't defend me. Oh, he's laying low.
I don't even think he laid low after he got shot.
No, He didn't lay low for even a day when he got shot. And I think within a day, Tony, he had already disavowed your entire existence, pretended you never existed, put on a garbage man uniform, and drove around like Arizona. I mean, he did not lay low from all of this. I mean, I remember it all. Trying to rewrite history here.
Which I think really.
What's that, Mark?
You could tell that he said the thing about the speaker. They said he kept saying he was a speaker.
Yeah.
That like really irks Tony for some reason. He mentions it here and then he'll mention it later, which I'll get to.
They could not say the word comedian, which I think it really backfired.
That would piss me off.
And when I was at the inauguration and everything,
because of the same person.
Bill's laughing, not with, at Tony, because Tony's just had a bunch of stumbles and falls this whole time. I mean, he was laughing at him about the Puerto Rico. He's laughing at him about not meeting Trump. He's laughing at him about getting called a speaker. I mean, which is hilarious. I mean, really, if you're not Tony Hinchcliffe, this whole thing is hilarious. This is so funny. You have no personal stake in this.
Trust me, they were all high-fiving me and kissing my ass
at
because
the inauguration.
But they look at it like it was a massive part. They look at me doing what I did and accidentally, right? It couldn't have been planned. Accidentally being the news for 9 goddamn days during an election week.
Stop pretending you don't love it. It put you on a different level.
Oh, these two queens, man. Having just a queen off here. Oh, don't even get started. You loved it. You whore. I mean, really. That was the queeniest moment of the show. Both of them queening out.
Accidentally being the news for 9 goddamn days during an election week.
Stop pretending you don't love it. It put you on a different level.
And Tony's like shocked, like I'm not accusing Tony of anything, but that was a very gay inhale. Why, sir? You couldn't possibly.
Stop pretending you don't love it. It put you on a different level.
It definitely did.
Can I hear that? I want to hear that one more time. Just the inhale of breath.
You don't love it. It put you on a different level.
It definitely did.
Don't try to sell me that.
So it says 4 lip wrists in that shot. There's 4. Very funny, man. Well, anyway, I just thought that was a queen out moment, wasn't it, Mark?
Yes. Very much so.
They look at me.
But we're gonna roll this right into marriage talk. I don't know how Bill does it. How is Bill this good at interviewing?
I thought the marriage stuff didn't come up till later, but
yeah. You're right.
Yeah, not till the end.
What I did, and
there is something else I wanted to show.
Right? It couldn't have been planned. Accidentally being the news for 9 goddamn days during an election week.
Stop pretending you don't love it.
One more time.
It put you on a different level.
It definitely did.
Don't try to sell me that you're suffering.
No, it definitely did.
Not at all. But during the time, it was very stressful.
Yes, of course. Just like my thing with the dinner was. It was stressful. But you know what? I didn't mind it because it was like, you know what? First of all, most of the people I'm here.
Bill bringing it back to himself like a pro. I mean, Bill can bring a story back to himself faster than anybody you've ever seen. Faster than maybe Donald Trump. I understand why Donald Trump and Bill Maher get along and why Tony wants to be in that crew, because they are all like exactly the same, man, in different ways. You know what I mean, Mark? They are so self-obsessed. It's pretty amazing to watch.
Yeah, game knows game, man.
I know, seriously, they understand it. And it's like, I think Tony maybe just might have been studying. He might have been a little Padawan here, being like, how the hell does he talk about Trump for 45 minutes? Look at me dead in the eye. I got to do that with Kim Congdon later. How am I going to do that? I don't want to talk to her. You know, he got to figure it out. He's learning from the best.
Hearing from her, like, thank God for you and what you're doing. Even the liberals, it's like they got it. And also,
and they're both like every story. It's like everybody around them, even though they were all hated for doing that. Like Bill Maher was hated by his friends for going to Trump, visiting Trump. Tony was hated by a lot of people for doing the rally. Then it's like behind the scenes, everybody was giving me high fives. I mean, you should have seen it backstage. Everybody was loving it. Same with Bill Maher. Oh, they were all telling me great job, but they couldn't say it out loud. So yeah, okay. That's what you have to tell yourself. Anyway, that was funny to me. I'm gonna skip all the way to up here. We get some Tony Moore. I mean, this just keeps going and going and going. I want to see anything else you want to see, Mark, but I want to skip
A
to
little bit,
this.
little
Okay.
bit before this, like 2650.
Okay.
He goes back to the speaker thing, which I find funny.
Oh, good. Okay, he's still obsessed about being called a speaker.
Which was, obviously very defensive of the left, really did it to themselves. I mean, calling people Nazis, people calling me a speaker when you know damn well.
Do you like that one?
That's the second biggest problem besides people being called Nazis. People being just harassed and smeared and slandered. People being called Nazis. Me being called a speaker, of course, when I actually did hilarious comedy for 10 minutes.
Hey, was it Mike right? I don't know. How many times I've
Actually, I had to open up for the national anthem, and I was not a speaker. Do not put in the paper that I was a speaker. So he's very interested by the speaker.
Larry David said, I'm a Nazi.
He did?
Well, he said I had dinner with Hitler.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Oh, Tony is rocking a big-ass belt buckle, though. I just noticed that.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and by the way, and I think literally when we say we do it to themselves, how dare anyone call Trump Hitler? That is such an insult to the Jewish people.
That's exactly.
Tony, why are you pretending to care, Tony? Why are you pretending to care? That's what I don't understand.
Let's have Jack Shaw come out here and let's make all the Jewish jokes we can for 10 minutes.
Yeah, right, exactly. Right. There's why would he, but that's what I mean. That's fine. Do all the Jewish jokes you want. Do all the Mexican, Puerto Rican jokes you want. But why are you pretending that you're like part of the political conversation? I mean, I don't know. Again, Don Rickles never had to break down Israel-Palestine. Okay. He kept away. And you should too out there, people. It's such an insult to the Jewish people that every single week I say that they're cheap and that they're killing innocent people. But that's no. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't know how to read this Tony character, man. He's all over the place. And I think he's all over the place in his own head too. It's causing a lot of chaos internally because what do you really believe if you're saying all these different things? I mean, he's saying he's not political and he says he's trying to win thousands of votes. Which one is it? Is he a speaker or is he a comedian? Which one is it? Take a puff, Mark, and figure that out.
Wait, I also want to talk. Tony starts talking with a cigarette in his mouth. I want to try that and see how tough it is.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't know if I should do it. Well, I guess, does he put it in his teeth? Because now I'm getting my.
Why don't you work on that?
Yeah, I'll work on it. I'll mute the mic. You keep going. Okay. I'll talk.
I see. Yeah, just talk and we'll see if sounds good.
Exactly
it looks
what
realistic.
I said when I did an interview about it. That it's like.
All right, let's skip to this next one. Oh wait, he's doing it. He's doing it, ladies and gentlemen. That's more.
It doesn't sound good.
No,
it doesn't sound good.
You're not a smoker. You don't put enough stuff in your mouth.
I'm not Tony Hinchcliffe. I'm not a fucking killer.
You're not a fucking murderer, bomber, killer, genocider.
Absolutely, he made up for all the people he mercilessly killed.
I think this is a funny Bill Maher moment where Bill Maher is just like taking the conversation any way he wants to take it. Now, a lot of people took this as Bill Maher. All the comments you're going to read. Bill Maher just took over this conversation. Bill Maher wouldn't even let Tony talk. I don't know how Tony remembered what he was even saying with all these interruptions. You know what? Tony was in the room too. Tony's a pro comedian. Tony sat back and let Bill Maher run the whole thing. He did not speak up against anything once to any big degree. He called Trump supporters basically dummies, idiots. The people that Tony was just in front of trying to sway them by the thousands. Tony doesn't have a word to say against that. He calls them conspiracy theorists, Trump supporters. Tony's nothing against that. he just keeps rolling with it. So I think it is on Tony. Tony is supposed to be a roast god. He's got to interrupt. He's got to make a show out of it. And but here's Bill Maher just kind of taking it over, doing his own thing.
Yes, absolutely. He made up for all the people he mercilessly killed by fucking endlessly and impregnating so many people. So, you know, I mean, you got to balance the good with the
I'm
bad.
talking about Chris D'Elia. And no, just kidding.
And impregnating so
Talking about
many
history.
people. So, you know, I mean, you got to balance the good with the bad. I mean, either the sperm sample cup is half full or it's half empty, and I like to think it's half full.
Yeah, that guy did a lot of.
Well, that's medieval history. I loved the. I mean, would you like to hear about Genghis Khan and the?
You know more?
Oh, of course.
Tell us more.
Well,
Let's
I mean,
go. You have any more?
I mean,
pot?
this is the
Oh,
yes.
there
You
it
want
is.
pot?
Yeah.
Why don't you say so?
So I also think that Bill Maher is just, you know, as we used to call it, bogarting all the weed this entire time. You know, Tony wants to get lit up. Tony wants to get high. I think Tony had one joint, maybe even one puff of a joint.
I don't think he did.
Oh, really? So
If you
Bill
notice,
never even
the whole
offered it to him.
time. Yeah, if you notice the whole time he's smoking cigarettes.
Wow.
And I noticed when he opens this thing, they're all the same
Yeah.
brown cigarillo that he's smoking from right now.
I don't even
So,
know if this is tobacco or this. I assume it's weed because I know Bill Maher loves weed. But that's even funnier if Tony just never even got offered. He had to ask.
Yeah, he does have to ask.
Beta.
Yeah. Oh.
But I was like that. You never want to hear a 71-year-old grandpa. He doesn't have any kids, but grandpa go, would you like to hear about medieval history, Tony? On your podcast with me? Yeah. Tell me more, Pops. By the way, can I get so high I pass out? Because that's what I'd rather be doing.
You have any more?
I mean,
pot?
this is yes. Oh, you want pot?
Yeah.
Why don't you say so?
I'm
sorry, bro.
I'm sorry,
I
bro.
just
I'm sorry, bro.
I'm sorry, bro.
I'm sorry, bro.
smoking cigarettes. I thought that was your jam.
Yo, my man's wanted to smoke this whole time. I didn't even know. Sorry, Tony.
I do both.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I got a lighter. Oh, okay.
So, well, Genghis Khan.
Ever met Genghis Khan? He's a badass. What a badass. All right, let's get to Tony's marriage, huh? Tony's marriage. You know, Tony has been accused of a lot, constantly made the butt of gay jokes all the time, mainly by David Lucas. But, all gay jokes all the time with Tony. And, well, Tony says he's straight. He was married. And at the end of this show, Bill Maher's going to ask him, hey, were you ever married? Hey, bro, were you ever married? His response causes Bill Maher to laugh out loud again at Tony. Listen.
The beginning, the part of the setup, and basically the end.
Yeah. Of course, we all have. But, I mean, it's just, I really hate that. Yeah. That kind of thing is what makes me say to that wing of the party.
Yep.
Skip a little more.
Oh, he's still talking about the Puerto Rico joke right there?
I think so. I mean, they talked about Puerto Rico, the joke, Trump, for 80 minutes out of this. Hard to watch, but it was still amazing.
I mean, yeah, I couldn't get enough of it, honestly.
I actually couldn't get enough. I really thought I was going to be like that. I'm like, Bill, why is Bill still talking about Trump? And then I was like, wow, this is awesome. This is so good. It was good. No matter what you think about politics, this was a primo podcast. And here's Tony's personal life revealed.
To not piss off a woman, just don't lie.
Right.
It's almost always the lying that'll get you.
Totally. I learned that early
Are you
on.
married?
No.
Never been married.
No. Well, I was married for a short period of time.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, that's right.
No, I'm high as shit, but I was married.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
Tony. No. Because I watched Kill Tony, and if any bucket pull ever says when they fuck up, I'm sorry, I'm just high right now. Oh, whoops, that's my Windows security update. Whenever they say, I'm high right now, I'm sorry, I'm so high right now, I don't know what I'm saying. Tony goes, you're high? You knew you were going to do this, and you got high? What are you thinking? What were you thinking? Did you have any? You knew you were going to be in front of millions of people, and you got high? So that's not an excuse, Mark. You can't use that as
Yeah,
an
no,
excuse.
he barely smoked it. And I think at some point he switches back to a cigarette too.
Right. So I think we skipped. He must have smoked for 15 minutes at most. Okay, that's not enough to forget that you were married. I have such a... Mark, go to commercial for 1 second. We'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm going to clear my nose here.
Uh-oh. Gross. Oh, do you want me to sing? Oh. Oh my God. Are you okay? Oh.
I was not actually telling you to shut up, Mark. I was just gagging. As I was gagging, I was doing a gag. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Mucus. Forget it. Forget you ever saw that, everybody. I'm so sorry. Now let's get back to Tony's marriage, which he forgot about, which happens. Happened. And he says, I've never been married. Never. Oh, well, once. Okay, so he's already a little... He clearly doesn't want to think about that marriage too much. And let's see what... oh, God, there's a computer. Here we go. That song was Olympian by Playboy Cardi. So shout out.
A couple years.
Shit, and I forgot.
Well, I was married for a short period of time.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, that's right.
No, I'm high as shit, but I was married for a couple
high
years.
as shit, and I forgot marriage. I'm not sure about.
I'm not married now.
Now I'm not sure about the ghost.
Again.
All right.
No.
Now the ghost is very much in suspicion.
No, I've been married. I'm not married.
You were married?
Yeah, just for a couple years. It was fun. It was a good little run. Met a girl who we couldn't fucking separate at all for a week or two. We were having so much damn fun. She is originally from Australia, and so she goes, "My visa's up in a little bit." So, and I'm literally like, "Let's." It wasn't even like.
Damn.
I mean, I have no regrets. We're still extremely like best friends to this day. I'm the godfather to her fucking stunning little son, and we're happy. She'll be coming.
So you don't think she used you to get?
Not at all. It was literally my idea. I know what it looks like. I mean, it was, and we had it was a blast.
Looks like we should send her to prison in El Salvador.
Thank you, Bill. I agree. I don't know who this little woman is, but that was an interesting story. I got to really think about that story some more. Yeah, I don't even know if you're allowed to specifically marry someone just so they can get a green card. I feel like that's frowned upon. Okay, but he did that. That's what he says. He married this girl. That was a party girl. He even's going to say that. Why did we get separated? She was too into the substances. She was too into that stuff.
Yeah. He like weirdly outed her out.
Yeah.
For both the green card thing and then her like addiction.
He says he was I think he's trying to imply that she was on coke. She was a cokehead. Yeah. And he didn't want to be with a cokehead. But I have trouble feeling she was a party girl. We hung out all the time. We partied. This might have been a coke-fueled wedding. Coke-fueled marriage between two people who weren't necessarily smooching all the time. I'm just going to say that. I just my theory. It doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter, but just my thoughts. And I think Trump should be looking into possibly punishing Tony for this green card scam. And finally, never having to hear about him again. Send him to an island. Send him away.
Used you to get...
Not at all. It was literally my idea. I know
kill
what it
Tony
looks
from
like.
the Garbage Patch Island.
That's right. Yeah, put him on garbage. That's karma. Live from the number one Garbage Patch podcast in the world.
Give it up for kill Tony Hinchcliffe.
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Whatever.
He's performing for seagulls on a barge.
You know how he does that like hand thing? Yeah. He's actually just like swatting gnats away.
Flies. I want him on Garbage Island, man. Put Tony on Garbage freaking Island. Let him sort it out.
I mean, it was, and we had a, it was a blast.
Looks like we should send her to prison in El Salvador. Is what it looks like to me. An immigrant who took advantage of an American, and we should probably deport without trial. That's what it looks like to me, my friend.
She's an American now, thank God.
Yeah, because of you, right?
Well, I mean,
once you marry them, they're good to go, right?
it was
Even if they get divorced, it's not like they divorce the country.
I don't even know the rules. I just know they.
Wait, wait. So you got married to her. It was your idea to marry her so she could have a green card and move into this country. But when asked one question about it, you said you don't know. You don't even know how it really works. How would it work if we got? He's high.
He's high as shit.
He's high as
Tom,
shit.
give him a break.
But you know what I mean? Do you see the inconsistency there, Mark? It was his idea to get her a green card. He didn't even care that they got divorced, but neither of them even knew what would happen to her status if they weren't. Something ain't adding up here.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't want to get too analytical. I'm not trying to expose him for anything, but it seemed to me a little sus.
It was
Even if they get divorced, it's not like they divorce the country.
I don't even know the rules. I just know they weren't gonna.
So what? Why did it?
What? Shoot her in the head? What did you not know they were gonna do?
Peter out.
Why did it peter out? So Bill does not let him get away from this.
Yeah,
Bill is a psychopath. Like anybody, like Tony's nervous, avoiding questions, and meanwhile Bill is in his own Bill Maher high, drunk, cross-faded world. And he's just free-flowing conversation. And he's a pro. Bill Maher is a complete freaking pro here. Nails this interview. I couldn't have done it better myself. I've got to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed.
Well,
why did it peter out?
At the time,
You got tired of the sexual intercourse?
no, it wasn't that. It was,
What was that?
That's a great question.
Great question. Okay, because it's like, what? If I got asked that question, I'd be like, what the hell is this guy even talking about? What does that even mean? Is he calling me gay? Is he saying that sex is good? I don't even know. Brilliant.
it was just, it just kind of,
Usually it's that.
she, there was some addiction.
I'm like a big Bill Maher fan after this.
I know.
whole
That's what I mean. I turned into a Bill. It's like
Big
when I
crush.
watched Hassan versus H3H3, I fell in love with Ethan Klein. I'm like, yeah, he really is nailing that. I mean, if you nail a debate like this is a debate. This is a fight.
Sexual intercourse?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I mean, sex was fine.
Okay.
Everything was good in that department, but
This was fine. No, it's got to be better than fine.
So Bill will not let this rest, man. I love Bill. Because Tony, he's like, yep, sex was fine. Hey, it's got to be better than fine, brother. How many times a day were you pounding that hole? I mean, he's really getting you.
everything was good in that department, but
This was fine. No, it's got to be better than fine.
it was great.
Oh, jeez.
It was 10 years
Great,
ago.
sure.
It was great. Yeah.
No, it's great.
But I mean,
In a
my,
minute,
He choked on great.
a minute it'll be
my
stupendous.
ex-wife. Have you ever been married?
Let's see. I'm very high, so I'm gonna wait and think about it. No.
Based. He's owning this guy like crazy.
I've never been married. No, I
Have I ever been married? I don't know. I got to think about it because I'm an idiot.
don't.
New rule. I'm getting that Club Random glass. You can buy those Club Random glasses online.
You can buy Club Random glasses? Yeah, buy Club Random. We need to support Bill.
Yeah, the glass. Like the glass you drink the liquor out
We
of.
need to support Maher. I need to get you an ashtray, a cigarette case, a Bill Maher cup.
Oh, there's a leather drink coaster. There's a mug. There's a decanter.
We need it all. We need it all.
high, so I don't. I'm not. I'm gonna wait and think about it. No, I've never been married. No, I have one of the proudest achievements in my life. Not because I think marriage is bad, just because I think it would have been bad for me.
Yeah.
So the fact that I was able to stick to my guns, and not,
Do they sell Bill's black T-shirts and jackets? That's what I want. Bill's
No,
jacket.
but they do sell a Club Random shirt where it's a caricature of him with smoke coming out.
Whoa.
Walk down the
Club
aisle.
Random.
Pretty cool.
How much money? How much money is the Bill Maher shirt?
$30. $30.
They sell the Big Bell? Is someone serious? Do they sell the do they sell the ice?
Not what
bucket?
I see.
And of
Damn
course,
it.
the more you listen to people who are married or were married, I mean, God, I just read that Michelle Obama, said that I hated my husband for 10 years when the kids were little. Who says that? I just don't understand that.
Yeah.
And then she said,
I just love Bill Maher's attitude, man. He is like, who says that? Who does that?
Yeah.
He is
He's
such
like-
a cool
he's-
character.
He finds like little things like that's like, oh, I'm so glad I never got married in my entire life. Like, it just so he's like vindicated, you know?
Oh yeah, he had every single thing he's like perfect on. Bill Maher's never made a
Right.
mistake. He is absolutely perfect. He has an explanation for everything. He has the comeback to every invisible heckler. I mean, he does it all.
but we've been together 30, so 10 bad ones. I think that's pretty good. I don't.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not on that page that, one day.
Two LA bachelors, man, just talking it up, talking how marriage is not for them. And they're gonna swing around LA for a little bit. That's that's Tony's ultimate destination, in my opinion. He will be back in LA, living the Bill Maher lifestyle. I guarantee it.
Really?
Yes.
When do you think he gives up on Austin? What are you talking about?
20. He'll be fully Bill Maher'd out in 2035 in LA. 10 years.
So 10 years.
He'll be
Okay.
Bill Maher'd out in LA. He'll have a show in LA. He'll be doing something, but he'll be in a mansion in the hills, inviting all sorts of people over that you wouldn't expect Tony to hang out with. All types of characters. I'm not going to elaborate. That's just my theory.
Okay.
Going to be a very Nero, ancient Roman party vibe at Tony's place.
Decade of misery.
Yeah.
2035. Write that down. Come back to me in 10 years, in a decade. Could happen earlier. And then this one, I guarantee no one caught this because it was the last 5 seconds. Okay, the last 5 seconds. The interview's over. Let's watch the very end. How does Alpha Bill Maher kick out
If I
Tony Hinchcliffe?
love you being happy more than I love whatever you're giving to me, that's when you pass into the actual love stage, as opposed to just, when I was younger, it was just, I love you. No, I love what you do for me. I love how you make me feel, but that's about me. That's not love. And that's okay, but it's just not. It's something different. So.
Great. That's how I always want to end our shows too.
He's like
love.
He's
yeah.
clearly describing the thing, the satisfaction he'd get from a prostitute.
Yes,
And he's like,
exactly. I just want love and have her leave the same night. Is that so
fuck up.
weird? Is it weird if I get an Uber and kick her the hell out of my place? Film it for my archives. Is that so wrong? But now watch this. Pretty funny. That was such a weird ending. But then they have an after credit Marvel movie scene, which I thought told it all. I can't believe there's a Marvel extra credit scene.
I love how you make me feel, but that's about me. That's not love. And that's okay, but it's just not. It's something.
I like to use people. That's how the show ends, by the way.
It's
I like
okay,
to use
but it's
women.
not.
That's perfectly okay.
Me. That's
But
not
then he
love.
goes, then it's not.
And that's
yeah.
okay, but
Or
it's
it's
just
not.
not.
Or it's not. I don't know. I'm Bill Maher.
Not me. That's not love.
Watch this.
And that's
Watch this
okay,
ending.
but it's just not. It's something different. So, all right. Now that we've established that, I'm going to go to the end of the show.
Watch this. Watch.
I hope I was good. I always get high on these things and don't know whether.
No.
It sounded to me like, I hope I was good. No. Bill Maher.
It sounds like he mutters under his breath, terrible. But like as a
I
joke.
think he says hysterical, but he meant
hysterical.
Yeah, but the hysterical was quiet. The no was loud. I just heard the hysterical for the first time, but imagine he didn't say that. Imagine it was just no.
I was good. I always get
End of the show.
I hope I was good. I always get high on these things and don't know whether.
No.
And then he just walks. Then Bill Maher kind of just putters off like Joe Biden. He's like, no. All right. Out. He just kind of ducks out and started walking away. Tony has to see himself out. I guarantee it. Tony had to walk himself out of this building. No one told him where to go. And this is like Bill Maher's compound. It's next to his real house, but it's another house. It's very weird. But how about that, Mark? Bill Maher completely big dogging, being the big lion to Tony's little dog, and just completely dominating from beginning to end. Tony never had a spot where he got one in even.
Okay. Do you want to hear my biggest takeaway? Why I thought this was the funniest?
Yeah, please. Why was this, in your opinion, the funniest podcast?
So you know the big rule in comedy, Tom, is the rule of
watermelon. The rule of threes.
The rule of threes. Yes, correct.
That's right.
There were three things that went on. I thought during three major themes during this episode.
Okay.
And each one of those themes happened three times. Each one. It was crazy because I was taking all these notes and then I was doing all this and I was like, holy crap, look at this. So here are the three takeaways, all right? This is the vibe I got.
Yeah.
That I feel like Bill was trying to be hip because Tony was younger.
True.
And
he does that a lot.
So that was, and I said he did that because he said twice, bro. He says it right in the beginning.
Bro.
He says bro twice.
He did say
and
bro.
then he says cray at some point.
Wow, he said cray.
He says cray. I have all the timestamps if you need them.
Let's hear cray. We got to hear Bill Maher say cray.
145.13.
Oh, thank you for this. Cray. This is incredible. Bill Maher saying 145 what? 30.
145.13.
13. Oh, here we go. Bill Maher saying the word cray.
Yeah. 10. I can do 10, please.
Yeah.
It's cray, right?
I would never do it again.
Okay. I think that's even better because he actually changed it from crazy. And he was like, it's cray. That shit cray. Ain't it, Tony?
My head, you know. They're like a mobster going to
yeah.
Okay, so that's the one theme. The next theme is I think Tony tries to age it up a little bit for Bill, and he three times during this interview he refers to weed as pot.
Yes,
which
you have
only
any more
my mother calls it pot.
only an old person would call it pot, and yeah, he does say pot a lot. Now, he never says pot when he's on Kill Tony, right? Never.
Not that I know of.
I think. I've never heard. I don't remember. I remember him talking about weed, and za, but never pot.
Yeah.
You have any more?
Go ahead.
So that was one. That was so he said pot three times, and he said it twice before Bill even said the word pot. So
really.
Yeah, I have all this coded out.
That's good research, Mark. With your glasses on?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yes. I got in my, and I had a cigarette above my head the whole time too.
Would you like to, do you got any pot we can do? Any sort of, if, the constable's not going to be mad at us, I'd like to do some pot with you. All right. What's the third of threes? Rule of threes.
The third, I don't think we covered this at all, but Tony says he's centrist. He's centered.
Yes.
3 times on this. This is like if you deny. This is like the story of Jesus. Like you'll deny Jesus 3 times before the cock crows.
Right. It's a prophecy.
He denies Trump 3 times before the at the end.
Before the bada bada. Yeah. You're you know what? You're right about that. I remember him calling himself a centrist, which was just to get in with Bill Maher. That's just to get buddy with Bill Maher. If he was on Joe Rogan, you think he's calling himself a centrist? There's no way.
No.
There's no way.
Well, maybe with Joe Rogan, but
maybe Joe Rogan, but if he was on Valuetainment, if you think he was on Patrick Bet-David's podcast, would he call himself a centrist? There's no way. There's no way.
No.
Great research though, Mark.
Yeah, they're
well
pretty
done.
spread out because the first one was 35 minutes and the next one was 122 and then the next one was 136.
Wow.
So
Watch that
yeah,
at your
there's
own
my
pace,
theory.
ladies and gentlemen. But I like that theory. It's all threes. This was comedy gold. This whole
Comedy
thing.
gold.
Comedy freaking gold, this whole thing. And Tony has to go home with his tail between his legs. Honestly, I thought he got alphaed the hell out of this Club Random, man. There's no point in coming to Club Random again. You got owned, son. You got sunned, bro. Your centrist ass got blasted, bro, by Bill Maher, liberal king. And Bill Maher killing it in MAGA world now because he's like hanging out with Trump. And they're like, wow, you're really brave for doing that, even though you could be disowned by the left. The people on the left still, I mean, he's gold right now. He's gold. Wow. So that was Tony Hinchcliffe on Club Random, everybody. Give it up for that. That was a great appearance. A great appearance. And I think it'll be remembered for a long time. And I hope you guys, at least you guys saw how alike these two figures are. They are the same guy.
Yep.
Bill Maher, you think they're at the opposite ends politically. And one's from LA, loves in LA, one's from Austin, loves. No, they're the same exact dude. And the master, Qui-Gon Maher defeated little Anakin Hinchcliffe. And it wasn't even a contest. Darth Maul was involved somewhat. Darth Maul was the pot, because it really almost killed Tony. So, yeah, Bill's almost pivoting to the right in a weird way, or he's getting used by the right. You're right. And you never know who's going to be on what side the next day. You really don't know anymore. So that is really, really incredible stuff. Thank you to Tony and Bill for the most exciting podcast of the year, I thought. Honestly.
Also, don't you think I feel like the common theme with Tony is he goes on these podcasts and he makes himself look bad all the time.
Yes.
Like if it's not his own show, like
it's not
when he
Kill
went
Tony.
on Two Bears, One Cave, he looked like an asshole,
Yes.
talking about himself. It's just he is not meant for the comedy podcasting if it's not his show.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he's good at Kill Tony. He's good at Kill Tony. It's obviously very successful. Keep doing that. But his appearances in other shows, they really highlight everything about Tony that is strange. And if he doesn't feel like the alpha, like on Kill Tony, he feels like the alpha. If he doesn't feel like the alpha, it's rough waters.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. Well, let's get to the other shows and the other things I've been up to and looking up.
Wait, there was other shows? There was other shows?
I know, it
than
didn't
that?
feel like there was it was like an event. It was like the Super Bowl. Like what? There were other sporting events? There was other stuff happening in the world? I heard there was Zelensky and Putin were about to meet for a peace talks in Paris. And they called it off because of this Club Random episode. They go, we got to stay in. We got to watch. We got to see what's going on. It was must-see TV, and I'm glad you guys could watch some of it with us. So there is Tony. There goes Tony. Now, will this affect him? Really, no. People will not really care. It's Club Random, after all. But guys like us, we love it. We love it.
We love it.
That's all I got to say. And that's what matters. How about, just a short clip, Mark, from, I think it's the show that made us famous. It's... We might be intoxicated. We might be drunk with Sam Morril and Mark Norman. God, my allergies. Terrible. This We Might Be Drunk was with Big J. Okerson, who I actually kind of like. I like Big J.
Yeah, I watched a little bit. He made it entertaining, but I didn't think I didn't watch the whole thing, but there was nothing show worthy, I thought, but apparently there was.
Well, there's something pretty good here, and I think this is good. This just highlights. Oh, we got to hear this, don't we? We got to hear this.
Swamp Izzo!
Hey, we're here. We might be drunk, folks. We're back.
We're talking right now. Is the thumbs up in text? Are you talking like when you highlight?
Okay, so this is the guys. They're killing it. They're talking text etiquette, but that's not really what I wanted to show with these boys. I wanted to show Mark Norman telling an extremely cheap story. This is one of the, Mark Norman famously, we have a video called Mark Norman. Mark Norman does famously gives his openers, as we made a video about Mark, he gives his openers at big theater shows. He gives his openers $100, which is such a small amount. To do 10 minutes of comedy for a crowd that probably each paid $50 to get in, to get paid $100, even if it's only 500 people, that's still way too low. But Mark Norman's doing theaters with thousands of people. He's giving his openers $100. Mark Norman is famously pretty cheap. And this story, which it's kind of a Seinfeld thing, and it is straight out of Curb. It is straight out of Seinfeld, but it's just kind of funny how cheap Mark is. Maybe this isn't even they could highlight this on their own, but it's funny.
Whole thing, yeah. Their tuna tartare was fantastic.
Dude,
I got sorry.
So they go to a club. There's a club they used to do where you would get a free meal with your appearance. You do a show, you get a free meal. Mark, you probably had a show like this I've had a show like this back in the day.
Yeah.
You got a show, you get a meal, maybe you get 2 free drinks.
I did see this.
This is pretty funny.
Yeah.
This is straight out of Curb, and it's cheap.
I got thrown out of there. Now, tell me what you think about this. You get a free meal every show.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a show, but I had already eaten. So I was like, I'm going to save my free meal. I went back the next night when I wasn't on the show, and I was like, hey, I want to get my meal. And the guy was like, you're not on tonight. And I was like, yeah, but I did a show last night, and I didn't eat. And he's like, well, you can't do that. I'm like, well, I get a meal. What's the difference?
Most Norman shit.
This is like George Costanza level logic. I love this cheapskate logic. I mean, maybe, I don't think Mark, this was not even that long ago. So Mark was not a poor comic. This is the guy with money. He just takes every freebie known to man. He's like Gilbert Gottfried. He takes every freebie known to man.
A meal tonight and the night tomorrow. So he wouldn't let me eat
technically above board.
Yeah.
Your argument is sound.
Thank you.
Without a doubt. But
I think the logic is flawed too, to be honest.
Yeah, it's like, well, you missed the opportunity. Like, we have other comics we have to serve tonight. And what are you just going to be the weirdo in the back eating a meal?
Right. Yeah, it's like if you made a reservation for a restaurant on Friday night, you never showed up. You came back the next night, like, well, I made a reservation because I was going to eat here. I'd planned to eat here. So, seat me. It's just a weird way of doing business. I know he's showing up to all these places with coupons and free deals, and he's probably coming back weeks later for free drink tickets that he still has from shows. He's probably turning those in years in advance. He's whiting out expiration dates on things. This guy's a little kooky, and you're gonna, again, 10 years from now, look him up, see what he's up to, because he'll be in some trouble for being cheap.
it's more like they should have just given you the meal and been like this, like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big J is right. Be like, oh, you really want the free meal the next day? All right. Okay, you freak. I'll just never give you a free meal again. I thought that was just a little funny one, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, cute. Almost cute.
We have to get a little cute.
Yeah, to get cute. I thought that was funny. And Mark Norman, famously cheap, so I thought that was pretty funny. But apparently, this is in Mark's. I think this is shot in Mark Norman's New York City apartment. It's got to be like Friends in there. I'd love to see it. Oh my gosh. Well, there's not too much else from Big Might Be Drunk. You know, Big J took over the show in a good way. He did a good job. But then I was watching, I saw a clip from we all know Louis J. Gomez, right? From Real Ass Podcast, Gas Digital. His former co-host. Yeah, exactly. His former co-host, Zach Amico, now has a show. And I saw the most amazing fight on this show. I maybe some other people saw this. Zach Amico. This is called the Zach Amico Morning Show. And we're going to watch a clip here. I can't even believe it. I'm only watching this clip because it involves my favorite topic, my favorite subject, the 90s hit television sitcom, FRASIER. That's right. This is a FRASIER style argument. FRASIER is the sticky point.
That's insane, though.
So this is important. He's hosting this show.
Some potential witnesses and one on there. And Shannon, I gotta find out how this happened. One of the possible people that might be calling this trial, Canadian legend, actor, comedian Mike Myers.
So you got to pay attention to this African American guy on the right. He's gonna be the opponent. They're talking about Diddy, and they're talking about Mike Myers. Okay, that's all you have to know. Watch this black guy.
No, has been named as a potential witness in the Diddy trial. I don't know how they even met. Did he work on Austin?
Mike Myers?
Austin Powers, baby.
Oh, really? The guy who plays Austin Powers?
You know who Mike Myers is from SNL?
I'm not good with names. What?
Okay, so this guy is a comedian. This guy, he's not just a random hobo. This guy's a comedian in New York City, I guess. He does pretty well. He doesn't know Mike Myers. Okay? Strike one. Akeem Woods, someone in the chat. Thank you very much. Akeem Woods doesn't know Mike Myers. To me, that's you. Honestly, unless you're like an idiot savant, unless you're just like born to be amazingly funny, if you don't know who Mike Myers is, you can't attempt to be in the business of comedy. How could you even attempt if you don't know who Mike Myers is? I'm not saying Mike Myers is a genius. He's not on my Mount Rushmore. That would be Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, Patrice, Eddie.
Oh,
that's my Andrew Schulz impression. Okay,
right,
so big throwback.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was a big
yeah,
throwback.
yeah.
But to not know who Mike Myers is a crime in comedy. You should not be allowed to do comedy if you don't know Mike Myers. But I think there's an even worse crime.
What? So what?
Do you know who Kelsey Grammer is?
No.
Get the hell off my TV, my screen. You don't know who Kelsey Grammer is. You don't know Kelsey Grammer. Next, you're going to say you don't know Niles. I mean, that's what you're going to tell me next. Next, you're going to tell me you don't know Daphne.
I wonder what's the most famous celebrity we can name that you don't know.
You've never heard of Frasier? Cheers.
Yes, I know those shows. I don't watch them.
I literally said Sideshow Bob.
Yeah, but Mike Myers
The Simpsons.
is bigger.
Yeah, I know.
Mike Myers is bigger than Kelsey Grammer.
Wait, who's Sideshow Bob?
Okay. Now you're getting kicked out.
I know Sideshow Bob from Simpsons, but like who's
Kelsey Grammer was the voice of Sideshow Bob on The Simpsons.
Oh, I never knew that.
Fun fact.
I'm the black guy now.
Now you're the black. Next, you're gonna tell me you don't know David Hyde Pierce? He's Niles.
I don't know his name. So if you put me a picture of
yeah.
Kelsey Grammer, I might know who that is.
Beast from X-Men.
Now we're getting deep.
I know.
It's gonna get into a real fight though. This is not just Frasier talk. My favorite kind of talk. I mean, really, I don't really care.
No, it's not. Yeah, he knows X-Men. Beast.
Yes, I know the character.
There you go. But you've never seen Frasier.
No, I didn't watch Frasier.
You've never heard of Cheers.
That's white
heard
people.
of Cheers,
Frasier
yes.
is white.
I've heard of Frasier and Cheers. I watched neither.
Neither have I.
There is.
Is that Chelsea Grammer?
Kelsey Grammer.
Kelsey
yes.
Grammer? Oh, I thought it was a dude the whole time. I thought it was a woman.
Chelsea.
So who is he?
He's Frasier.
Oh.
That's what we've been fucking talking about the whole time.
So
are you out of your fucking gourd?
So his sister.
Yes,
You're fucking nuts.
So his sister died.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit, man.
I thought Kelsey Grammer was a country singer.
I can see that as
that makes sense, but holy shit, dude.
I thought it was a white country singer that I didn't know
There's
about.
a difference between I'm black and I haven't seen the show, and I'm not listening when people are fucking talking.
Well, I don't know who that is.
The guy from Frasier.
Okay, I didn't watch that.
I don't give a fuck. I said it 85 fucking times.
Okay, so he's the guy from Frasier, and his sister got killed.
Yes, that is the discussion we're currently having.
Okay, and
my only my only thought about this is I feel bad that I will never be the first person to scream on a show. He's Frasier. It's Frasier. God damn it! It's freaking Kelsey Grammer. But I actually want to get in contact with Zach Amico about this as he's a fellow Frasier defender. It sounds like, and when he first screams, "It's Frasier," that might be one of my favorite moments.
Who is he?
He's Frasier.
That's so fun. I gotta clip that. He's Frasier.
Yeah,
that's how I feel whenever I talk about Frasier, and I'm like, people don't know. They don't know about Eddie the dog. They're not even aware. They're not even aware of John Mahoney? The cop dad? Okay. Well, it's Frasier. I'm gonna sound clip that, but give big props to Zach Amico for that one.
Who's he?
For defending your boy.
He's Frasier. He's Frasier. He was even in the reboot. Frasier in Boston. Idiot. He's Frasier. He's a psychiatrist. He has a weekly radio show. He goes out with different everyone every week, and he has tons of mishaps. But he lives with his dad, so then his dad's also a horny dad, and he sometimes has problems. It's Frasier. It's Niles. Maybe I'll do that instead. It's Niles.
Like and describe. Tom.
Like and define that. This is a Frasier.
Define,
It's Niles. He's in love with his dad's live-in nurse. It's Niles. Idiot. Anyway, I'm sorry to go all Frasier mode. In the chat. Oh my God. Look who's in the chat, Mark. Your friend.
Oh, it's my buddy.
You're a good buddy.
My buddy.
Incredible. From the YouTube himself. I don't even want to say his name, lest it release a demon onto this earth, on this plane of existence. But congratulations. I hear, Mark, you're going to try to collab with that lion, right?
Absolutely.
Good.
Let's collab.
Let's do a quick collab. You guys will do a what kind of show?
I don't know. We'll work it out.
Well, you had such diligent notes about the Club Random that I think you should be applauded for that. You should be writing notes. Why don't you just write things that he reads?
Okay, that's what I'll do, because this is the first time I've ever taken show note or like.
Yeah, you were diligent.
Yeah, because I wanted to make sure we had different stuff and everything was covered. If we needed an exact time code, I had it.
Mm-hmm. Well, good. We'll stick with that. And I love that way we do the show. I love it. And shout out to Lion Meows, everybody. He's a killer on YouTube, man. He's like Wes Bullen's Watch Out.
Yeah, I know.
Wes Bullen's Watch Out. It's Lion Meow season.
Still got a collab with Wes.
You got a reply from Wes? What?
No, I said I got a collab with Wes. We were talking about doing a podcast. Yeah.
Oh, you two are. Oh wait, a guest appearance, or you're doing?
I think just a guest appearance. It was brief. We didn't go into much.
I don't know
detail.
if you read everything I had you sign, but the exclusivity contract, you can't exactly just do another show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna do another show. I'm gonna promote this show through another show.
Oh, well, that's allowed as long as you call weed pot.
Okay.
And go. You know Tommy. Badass, freaking badass. You know Lion Meows. Badass, total badass. Right, Mark? He's a badass, man. He's a badass. Well, congratulations. And yeah, Lion Meows still uploading videos. I think he's probably rendering right now, right? I mean, this guy uploads 80 videos a day. Good luck to him, man. Good luck to you out there, everybody. Really, good luck with that. I didn't want to get involved. That was the whole point of this thing.
Yeah.
Get off my page, god damn it.
It's funny, we manifest. We love the manifest.
Dude, we manifest like crazy over here. We're manifesting guys. Tony, come here. Should we do we should talk about Theo Von neck punching some guy. That was pretty good.
Sure. Yeah.
Theo Von. Now, first of all, I saw Theo Von. By the way, Lion Mouse, we'd love to talk for a couple hours with you about copyright claim stuff. Could you call in?
Please.
Please, we'd love to talk. Please. This internet, see, that's the thing. I don't want to get involved in certain aspects of the internet. You know what I mean, Mark? Like, I don't want to get involved in 5-hour copyright claim battles.
Right. But we didn't use any. We just mentioned the name and he appeared. So
we just mentioned people's names and he's out here. Yeah.
Yeah. If only that worked for Maher,
Incredible. I know. Yeah. What the hell? Lemaire's ghosting me, by the way.
Yeah, I haven't been out and I haven't seen him, so I don't have any updates on that end.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to get good guests in here, and please, if you're a good guest, hit me up. You know a good guest, because we love our guests. We love people. But I'm out of the whole copyright claim. Who did it? Who done it? It could not matter less to me who did it, or who didn't do it, or who might have done it, or who took down the video, or who uploaded the video. That stuff is like crazy to me. But I understand you got to defend your territory if you're a lion. So.
Go.
And incongruous beanie. I don't like this new Lemaire. I don't like the Lemaire stealing all my. By the way, that's what I was going to say. That's what I texted you this about the Tony Club Random thing. You know, Bill Maher was calling Tony Hinchcliffe. He wasn't calling Tony Hinchcliffe directly, but he was saying Trump supporters are crazy. Trump supporters are conspiracy theorists. Trump supporters don't even know up from down. He's saying this all to Tony's face. And Tony's going, I don't know. I don't know. Meanwhile, if Lemaire said literally any of that stuff at Kill Tony to kill Tony's face, or in the green room to kill Tony, to Tony Hinchcliffe, Tony would have been like, Lemaire, you fucking idiot. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You are such a stupid idiot lib. You are so woke and I hate you. That would be, right, Mark? He would like rag it. He's done that before. Lemaire said one positive thing about like Kamala Harris, like as a joke, and Tony ripped him for a minute.
Right. Yeah. No, he's like still like very pro Trump. Like it's a very night and day difference of what you see on Kill Tony to what that was on Club Random. Very strange.
Exactly. That's what I mean. So which is real? Are you an alpha dog or are you gonna lay back for Maher?
Mm-hmm.
Some people are saying I miss the old Lemaire, straight from the go Lemaire. The bad news Lemaire. Spaz in the news Lemaire. The regs Lemaire. I saw him on the Real Ass podcast. That was crazy. I love seeing Lemaire out and about. Well, here's Theo Vaughn himself. Theo, first of all, has had a busy week. I don't know what he's up to, but here he is hanging out with Ivanka and Jared. So
all that
again, these look at that. Plenty of lemons, plenty of fruit. And of course, I like Theo Vaughn actually, but he's another guy to say, man, I don't really like all them politics stuff. Like, I don't even know what it means, though, to be a Republican. But I'm going to have a couple-hour dinner with Jared Kushner just to discuss some stuff. It's like, so how did you get involved with Jared Kushner?
Right.
Lion Mounds is gone. Get him back. I do have some more things to talk about him. I think he's faking that email he got from the Google team. How about that? He's faking the copyright claim email.
Oh, no, I didn't say anything like that. You're going to stir him back into this.
It's a forgery. No, I guess he doesn't. I think he's just playing a role, or he's being a bad guy, because maybe who cares who did the copyright, as I said. But if you copyright claim a video on YouTube, I've seen the process. I've seen other people do it. You can put in any name as the person that claimed it. So you could pretend to be Joe Rogan claiming a clip of the Joe Rogan experience. You could pretend.
Yeah.
As far as I know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just a man. I ain't no lion.
Well, I don't think the names even matched up.
It didn't. Yeah, the YouTube account channels didn't even make sense.
Red Bar, Scars, X Scars Club, CO Mike David. It's like that's not.
Yeah,
but that's not what
I
it
don't
says.
know.
That's not the real.
So you're
channel.
calling it a forgery too?
Yeah, I think the whole thing is strange and weird, and
It's just weird.
that whole stream I watched was very strange. That he won at the end, which was he's like, "Yeah, I did it. I took him down." I'm like, "What?" Very funny, I guess.
It's very funny.
Going for that.
I don't really know what's going on. I don't really. Again, I'm away. I'm away from. I got to get away because I've seen what happens with those guys that get involved in that world. I've seen even Kevin Brennan, who is 75 years old. He gets involved in. Oh, you copyright claimed me. Oh, then they copyright claim you. Mom, let me copyright claim you back. I mean, Kevin Brennan worries about that stuff at 75. I can't get into that world. And as I said, I can't get into the 5-hour live streams where the guy goes, I don't know what you mean that I'm jealous. I don't know what the hell you're talking about in the chat. You're gone. You're gone. Listen, if you're just going to troll, then I'm going to kick you out, man. Get away. I can't even. I don't know how you sat through
Get
that.
off my channel. I don't know what to tell you. It's not for you.
Yeah, everything's like, get away from me. Get off my page. You don't know that. You don't know me. So anyway, I'm so sorry, everybody. It's something I saw today, and I saw Mark's name pop up in the chat, and I was like, this is insanity.
Sorry.
Get off my page.
Hey, if we went live on Tuesday, it would have never happened.
We would never seen any of this.
Never.
You got to watch the beginning of the show earlier. We were doing a whole thing about red bar versus line meows. It doesn't matter, and I don't even like saying those things. I don't even like talking like that. Like, it actually makes me upset.
Lion meows?
Let's get back to Theo Von and stuff people actually understand. Really. 4-hour live streams where guys just look around the screen. Not interested. So there's Theo Von with Ivanka. And, you know, he's not political. We all know that. He's just a good old boy. But then, unrelated, this is the same, this just came out today. Someone recording a video of Theo Von. It looks like in the middle of the day at some bar in Nashville, at some event, you know, probably the 9,000th bachelor party that drove in today. And he's going to have to get into a physical altercation with this guy you see here holding the balloons. Looking kind of like Nikola Jokic, but not as tough. By the way, did the Knicks win or lose, Mark? Did the Knicks win the series? Did the Knicks lose the series?
I don't know. Hold on. Oh, Celtics won big by 25.
Nice. Let's go. I can't believe I'm rooting for Jason Tatum.
Can you imagine if they came back and won?
Oh my God, I would die. See, the problem is, I love when the Celtics Knicks, I love the Knicks losing because then Sam Morril gets all upset and other New York comedians. And I love when the Celtics lose because then Dave Portnoy gets all upset and cries on camera.
Yeah.
You know,
Bill
Dave Portnoy was
Simmons,
in tears with the Jason Tatum news. He was in tears.
Yeah.
45-year-old millionaire man in tears. And it was too bad. Too bad for Jason Tatum. But good for the league. Let's watch this woman in a baby's onesie jumper. I mean, this is what every woman in Nashville dresses like, by the way. Oh, someone saying Lion Meows is uploading a video about us as we speak. he's already reacted to this whole thing that we're talking about right now. Like, it's gonna be one of those things where he's gonna have a finished YouTube video, Mark, and we click on his video about us, and he's like watching us live, reacting to the video of watching him react. You know, like it's like a Twilight Zone. Like, how is he even recording this right now? This has already happened. It's like it's already happened, but it hasn't happened yet. That's how fast this guy is at uploading. Anyway, I'm sorry. Here's Theo Von throat punching a guy. There's Theo. So there's Theo. So he tries to talk to Theo. Apparently these people were trying to annoy Theo Von.
Yeah.
Then it gets a little heated. And then, oh! Wow. So he goes, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. Wow. A throat punch. This is what Tony should have done to Bill Maher. Get him the hell off center, man. That's the only way you're going to beat him.
Are you going to finally give me some of that fucking pot?
Where's your pot, old man? God damn it. Wow. Throat grab. Now, I believe, was Theo Von in the right? Yes, this guy was being an asshole. But This was not a bit in my. This is real. But could he have pushed him? I mean, the throat grab is quite. That's another alpha move, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, this guy does look
Also,
like a straight up tool, so I gotta side with Theo a little bit more for that.
Yeah, the whole thing's so I heard. Well, I don't know. I just read that these people were like pestering him the whole night.
Yeah, I
which
read.
I could see that.
I read
Go
on the
ahead.
TMZ article that that was what people were saying, that these people had planned to annoy Theo, or just to mess with him. I guess this is
Yeah.
probably not the first time they probably even talked to him, and he flipped out. Hey, when you're at what happens at the 12:30 club is supposed to stay at the 12:30 club.
Yeah, what's that even mean? I saw that earlier. I was like, "What's 12:30?" Oh,
It's 12:30
at night.
Well, this looks like 12:30 in the afternoon. This looks. I mean, Theo's a totally sober doing all of this.
Right.
And is he trying to mack on these chicks? Is that why he's so upset?
That's the thing I find the most intriguing, because that woman in the hat,
Yeah.
definitely seems like a tourist. Like that's a tour.
Yes, that seems like a
tourist
woman
hat.
Yeah, that does seem like a woman on a bachelor party from one of her 30-something-year-old friends who's getting married. And it doesn't even look like he's. I don't know. I'm just really interested in what part, how Theo's involved in this whole group.
Same here.
Maybe he's just chatting up. Maybe this guy knows all of them and he's just chatting them up. He's like, oh, I'm going to mess with them. They look like old ladies, but we have to remember Theo Von is 62. Theo Von is an old man. But Theo Von is what, 45? Theo Von is much older than people usually think.
Yeah, he's definitely over 40. I think.
Yeah, he's well over 40.
Yeah.
Are those? No, this guy brings the balloons over, shoves them in Theo's face, messes with him. I'm not opposed to any of this.
I think it's all set up because the girls like drop the fucking balloons, so they're just doing it for the.
Yeah, they're doing it for their own clicks.
Yeah.
But yeah, is Theo creeping at this bar sober? I feel like he is. It looks like the sun is shining. It can't be later than 5:30, 5 o'clock. He's hanging out with these bachelor.
The lights in there.
I don't know, but maybe. But either way, it doesn't look like the vibe, for a club. So this looks like earlier in the day, and he is hanging out with these women. I wonder what he's up to in Nashville. That's what he is 45. So that halfway to closer to 50 than 40. So he's getting up there. He's hitting on some chicks, all types. Well, that was pretty interesting. Yeah, Mark.
You think a guy like Theo could pool though? Like pool?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but like he doesn't have to go out in public to like.
What's up,
Mack
people?
on
Today.
women.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I agree. He doesn't have
engage
to.
in Mack tactics.
He doesn't
like
have
us
to, but
schlubs.
he definitely knows his Mack tactics. But I don't know. Someone says he's on pills. I don't know what he's doing. I'm not going to speculate on that. But I'd like to hear from Theo. I dare Theo Von to try to copyright strike this video. I dare him. Now, how about this? Another guy who might copyright strike, and he is the male version of Whoopi. He is the male version of Joy Behar at this point. That's right. It's Andrew Schulz in Flagrant. I got to watch a little Flagrant, Mark. This was the ultimate peaceful Schulz. Like, you could not, I always said this is peaceful Schulz. You can't take down this Schulz. Look at his angelic white tee. And in fact, Mark, he's interviewing some kind of biblical expert or a pastor. So this is really the view. This is really the male view. That's what Flagrant has turned into. And
go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying he is interviewing them and he is treating the Christianity he's very interested in Christianity now. I'm actually thinking that he is going to make a turn to Born Again, or he's going to, be hanging out with George Janko and Patrick Bet-David a lot now. That's my theory.
So here's my question: Is Flagrant usually 3 hours? That seems a ridiculous.
It's
amount of
usually,
time.
yeah. Well, let's not be hypocrites. I mean, we're 240 in.
I know, but but this is these guys only do an hour a week.
Right. This is not a live show with a million elements and people popping in from all over online to say hi. You know, it's an exciting event here. Yeah, I know. I agree. It's a little crazy. And 3 hours about the Bible are Schultz's fans, who are usually, you know, I would say 15-year-old Latino boys playing 2K. Are they interested in this? I don't know. You want a year on that prediction? I'm going to say Schultz goes Christian. I'm not going to say born again, but he goes into God's light by 2028, 2027, fully. Okay, he's going to dip his toes in. He's going to, you know, get just a touch of his hair baptized, but then he'll get fully in 2027, Mark. He's going Christian. So remember that. Tony's going Bill Maher style LA pervert. Schultz is going born again, and I forget the other one I had.
I don't know if you had another one.
Lion Meows is going to become the top creator on YouTube. Those three in a row. I don't know, but, and I'm not saying his name for the rest of the night unless he comes in and says,
yeah, I was going to say, it's
sick
like
of
a Bloody Mary type situation.
I know. I'm sick of it. It's not even, it's actually more scary than interesting. Here is Schultz, peaceful Schultz, man, in his John the Baptist era. Schultz the Baptist here. Teaching the good word.
We are joined by the most bodaciously brolic Bible expert you've ever seen, a true man of God. Wesley Huff, or as Billy Carson calls him, White Devil, is here to break down the big questions. Which version of Christianity is the truth? Did Jesus make it to India? That explains how he walked on water because it's so polluted. Also, were there actual giants in the Bible? What's up with the book of
Does Akash appreciate all these Indian jokes about how India is dirty? Does he appreciate that? Being from India? His co-host, Akash.
Christmas and Easter, just some old pagan holidays. And can non-Christians still get into heaven? Indulge.
Here we are.
Leslie, thank you so much for taking the time. I'm very excited for you to be here. We must state that I'm not taking any credit for your success, neither is Mark, neither is Alex.
So I don't have anything to show from this specifically, but I just love that bro Schultz is going full Christian. He's diving into it. And it's just the funniest thing ever to me, really, that Schultz is he's becoming the male view, as we say. He's getting into Christianity. He's getting into wholesome topics, trying to completely flip from what he used to do. You know,
is this literally an episode removed from him removing that guy's pants or trying to remove that guy's pants?
Yeah, he's like, let me get at that buckle real quick, Pastor. Let me see what I can do with one hand. It's from last week. But, yeah, he's doing all this. He's going like, hey, yo, Wesley, bruh. Like, if God is infallible, bruh, like, how come us humans are so flawed, yo? Like, explain it to me, like, to my brothers over here, man. Like, Schultz is going full, like, dumb guy, interest in Christianity. Hey, yo, but, like, does the Pope have to wear that hat, man? Like, what's up with that? Like, yo, you feel me, bro? Because he's dripped out, but he got to wear the hat. He's asking questions like that. He's being very bro-y. You know? Hey, yo, Father, can you, like, baptize Akash real quick? Like, he's kind of like a heathen, man. He's into, like, all those gods and stuff, man. Can we dip him in the Ciroc we got on the table?
Neither is Akash.
Never.
Okay?
I'll give it to you.
No, don't do it because you earned your success, okay?
And if I'm Akash, who is he's a Hindu believer in the Hindu faith, aren't you like, Andrew, when are we going to have the 3-hour talk with the Hindu the Hindu expert?
Right.
When are we getting to talk with the Jewish expert? That's what I would be asking. Is this full Christian now? Is Akash going to have to pull a Vivek Ramaswamy and pretend put on cowboy boots and an American flag shirt and pretend to be hell yeah into Christianity now? I wonder. We got old people going through the archives of this show. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to like and define. Thank you. We'll keep going anyway. That was Schultz. As an expert, and it's got to be I think by the end of this, he actually made Akash change his name to a wholesome Christian name. He became Peter Singh. He is now. What do you think?
I was gonna go across, like Jesus
whoa!
died on the cross.
Across Sing. Sing the word of the Lord. Across. I love that. Across. He's gonna have to change his name to Across, I think. I think so.
Picked up your cross.
Incredible.
Across.
Across. Well, we have wow, we are already 2:45 into this whole join. Feels like we just started. Feels like we've
Feels like
Feels like Hypno's been caulking. 10 minutes. It's 2:40? I'm just kidding.
Give him the light.
But we're gonna have Wesley Huff on in a few minutes for a couple hours. I hope you guys don't mind. But first, we have a couple other things to show you before we run out of daylight here. Oh, I found a funny old clip of Matt Rife. Do you want to see it?
Yes.
Matt Rife, comedian Matt Rife. We all know Matt Rife. Here it is.
Dang! What's up with all these books? Hang on, son. You here for detention? Nah, man. I'm here for the booty scratching contest. Come on, man. Keep up. Keep up. I'm not playing today. Jokes all day. Damn. We learned how to draw like that. Will you do my name next? Is Saunders. And yours is?
So that is Matt Rife's entire personality from season 2 of Workaholics, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. How about that?
That was spot on. That was good.
I saw that. I was like, that's Matt freaking Rife. That might be Trevor Wallace too. They're both they both have a little elements of this. They both took it from Durs from Workaholics. That's my new theory. They're both taking
Dang.
He even looks like Matt Rife in that shot. Is that or is that not exactly Matt Rife and Trevor Wallace?
That's the cross. Like that. The personality is Matt Rife. The acting is
right.
Is Trevor Wallace.
The acting and the little jokes be like, nah, it's jokes, man. That's totally both of them. Isn't that incredible? Anyway, I just thought
it was well done. Yeah.
They totally stole their personalities from Durs. I stole my personality from Eric Griffin from Workaholics. Personally. Some people stole it from Durs. Oh, but anyway, I was like, you got to show that. Speaking of Trevor Wallace, I don't really have much to show from Stiff Socks, but I like to do this. This is another new segment I'm calling just the Stiff Socks Clip of the Week. Maybe we'll call it the Stiffy of the Week.
Do they always like share the same like? I feel like they get dressed out of the same closet. Like it's white sneakers, white socks, white shirt.
I think they're just both so LA that they dress exactly the same. Like you go to LA. Yes, I've been. There's guys dressed exactly like this. You know, there's like all the guys dressed the same. They look like this. That's just how you dress, I guess. But yeah, it is eerie that there are another mirror image. Anyway, unimportant. Here's just our Stiff Sock moment of the week.
It's hot as fucking here. It is hot. How come your cock doesn't get hot?
Thank you. There we go. The Stiff Socks clip of the week.
I like how he didn't even finish what he was saying, but he already had that thought in his mind.
Oh, he already had that locked and loaded.
Play it again from the top.
It is hot. How come your cock doesn't
it is hot.
get hot?
Yeah, it is hot, but wait for this one. How come? Doesn't it though? Anyway, we're not even supposed to comment on those clips. This is the clip of the week. Stiff Socks. But it does get hot. That's what I didn't understand. That's what I'll never understand. Who can help me? Can you just buy these? Because maybe you can just buy these. And I'm, I've been trying to get in. Some people try to get, I've been trying to get Maher. I've been failing at getting Maher on this show. I've been trying to get Rick Lastman on this show. I've been failing at that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm deciding to just go with the next best thing. Even better, actually. I think he's the tops. Patrick Schwarzenegger is my next target.
Nice.
We want Patrick Schwarzenegger from White Lotus Season 3 on this show. And I think I know how to do it, Mark. I was reading an article, and I found out that Patrick Schwarzenegger and his mom, Maria Shriver, have a mind-boosting, what would you call this? protein bar company called Mosh. This is created by Patrick Schwarzenegger and his mom. Here they are. Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Hi, I'm Maria.
And I'm Patrick, and we are mother and son, but we're also business partners, and we're the founders of Mosh, which is a delicious and nutritious protein bar made for your brain.
That's right. And we also give back to Alzheimer's research. So
And it looks like Maria Shriver's brain is growing by eating these Mosh bars. Look at that head. That head is growing by the second with these Mosh. I wish I could make it bigger.
we hope you'll check us out. Blueberry's my favorite, at least
That's
for
a
the
skull,
moment.
all right.
Lemon white
That's a, yeah, she's just got a hell of a dome on her.
chocolate is mine, so check them out. They're delicious.
Okay, so do you guys think that if I bought enough Mosh bars and reviewed them positively in the show, like we could get, even for 3 minutes, Peshwar?
Yeah. What else is he doing? I mean,
What else is he doing? He's probably...
Is he
we can
known
get
any-
him
from
when he's in a
anything?
trailer or something? I don't know if he's in
other
anything.
than season 3? Season 3's over.
Season 3's over, bro. You got no work, man. Come on after tonight, bro. We'll make you famous. Want to talk to Hypno? Patrick Schwarzenegger? We can have that happen. No, but we want this guy on here badly. I don't know what it is with me and Patrick Schwarzenegger, but I love this kid. And I just want to accomplish my feat of having him on. But anyway, these are really expensive. As you can see. $44 for, I guess, a pack. How many? 12 of these 1 ounce candy bars are $45. Or now $35. And are there more videos of Patrick eating them? Because I'll watch every one.
Came off the press like.
No, it's not him. But yeah, is this product good for your brain? Mosh bars are formulated with nutrient-dense ingredients that support brain and body function. So I'm gonna buy some bars, and we'll see where we go from there. Why don't we do? I'll buy bars. We'll do a bar giveaway, Mosh giveaway. Patrick will have to be involved if we do a March giveaway, a Mosh giveaway. And someone saying this is a some kind of money laundering scheme. Yes, probably. Probably. It is very, very, or it's just I don't really understand. They were on Shark Tank. In addition to his work in the big screen, Patrick gained a reputation for helping grow and scale emerging brands into category leaders. All great actors are double timing it like that. They're acting and then they're scaling brands. So I want to invite. What?
Oh, he says after early investment and successful exit with Blaze Pizza. What's
Blaze
that?
Pizza.
Is that
Blaze Pizza is LeBron James' pizza company, and I think maybe a little token going on. Yeah, I think it's LeBron's, right?
Oh wow.
And this also could be if you're stoned, that's what you said, how you bought a pizza. I had an early investment and a successful exit from Blaze Pizza earlier today. I got in.
Yeah.
I got out successfully.
I didn't get too panicked. I got out.
I made the call. I made the online order perfectly. I got in, got out, successful. But he's not a pothead, but he also has been involved in Super Coffee, Liquid IV, all Mark Norman, Better Bagel, Mud Water, and more. They're not candy bars, they're lifestyle blocks. That's marketing. That's branding.
Guy seems to be more involved in brands than he is in acting.
Way more. Yeah, way more. Way
And that
more.
mom creeps me out. I don't want any parts of that mom.
The mom is a little scary, but she's classic. People have been calling her Skeletor for like 40 years. But there she goes. They've raised money for charities more than any of us have ever done. So shout out. We're going to be into this. They're selling, they're showing their mind blocks. They're selling their brain bars, and we're going to have to invest, see how they go. So I don't know how much. Again, if I wanted to buy like a mystery pack, a bundle, a mind-blowing variety pack, that's 15 bars for $43. I can afford that. Give me a couple weeks to save up, guys. Auto ship $288 per bar. So you can get these on a rotation. They're already selling them on a subscription basis. No one's ever had one of these in their life. Amazing. All right, well, that's my new thing. I'm getting in with Patrick Schwarzenegger, Mark. I hope you think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Why the hell not, bro?
Why the hell not?
What's the worst you can do? Get
I don't know.
a restraining order against me and send Maria Shriver after me to destroy me with her mind? Perhaps.
I mean, you have 100% happiness guarantee or your money back. So if you're not happy,
So I'll say I'm not happy unless I meet Patrick. Then I'll be happy.
Yeah.
The only way I'm satisfied. Got him. Now you can't beat that logic. Yeah, it did used to be bad for actors to be into huge wellness brands and stuff, but the whole world is different now. I'm looking to myself to get into some kind of groin health bars.
A rub a lotion.
Something like we're calling them pelvis treats. I mean, we're working on things to really boost your mood, boost what you're doing downstairs. Also, the funny part. So he's doing this. So Andrew Schulz is doing this. I forgot about this. He's doing this whole thing about Jesus and Mary Magdalene and all these Christian topics that he seems very interested in. And then
has got your back, okay? Bring that shit up. Knock, knock. Who's home? Daddy, okay?
Oh, that's very classy, Schultz, to do the Blue Chew ad in the middle of the Christian segment. You know, Andrew Schultz does ads for Blue Chew. He does gambling ads. He does ads for paycheck advance companies online. I mean, he is doing everything anti-Christian you can imagine in his day-to-day life, at least professionally. And then look at him now, Christian.
There's nothing anti-Christian about an erection, especially if it's the erection's for your wife, you know?
That's so true. An erection is wholesome. Erection is nice. I get erection just from thinking about mind bars. I mean, I know everything's good.
Mosh bars, you mean? You gotta get it right.
I call them mind. Oh, yeah, well, they're also for my mind. They're mind mosh bars. Well, here's the thing. We know another guy that did a cash advance ad recently.
Yes, we do.
A local Philly favorite. The co-host of Two in the Stink did a paycheck advance ad on Instagram that someone found randomly. And it was pretty funny. I'm not going to show it. I don't even know how to find it anymore, but it's called...
Well, yeah,
what?
Go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead.
No, you.
Because it wasn't random. It turns out his other co-host promoted it. That's how the guy that's how we got it. Yeah.
I had no idea. Well, anyway, this guy, Rob Stan, did a paycheck advance ad. I couldn't believe what I was seeing on my screen. It was an Instagram ad for the scummiest company in the world. You know, this is a company where it's an online paycheck thing. So you can, it's like, this is how you know it's scummy. It's like, get cash advances for as low as $25. It's like, you can't ask your mom, dude, for $25. Like we're going to this, because that's how you know they're going to scam the hell out of you if they're willing to give away $25. It's a scam. Straight up. Yeah. All. John DiColo, someone says. Someone knows John DiColo. Shout outs.
Wow.
But no, this is another guy, Two in the Stink. You might have heard of it. It's a big podcast.
Saw John DiColo in the airport once. I didn't got to talk to him.
Did you get an autograph?
No, I didn't.
He's in a Bud Light ad, I think, right? Or he's in one of Shane's Bud Light ads.
I think he's in one of Shane's ads, yeah.
Yeah, who knows? He's in like the Shane Under Armour ad. I think that's the one he's in.
No, I think it's like
it's Bud
beer
Light
commercial. Because he's like, you're not acting yourself, and he's somebody else.
It's like
it's the Bud Light where it's like a bunch of actors around him.
I know
he's
exactly.
Like, wait, you're not the right Shane, and then it's like the actors with the Colo guy,
and then they all start kissing, right?
I don't know if they kiss.
That was something else I was thinking. I'm sorry. Something else on my mind. Is DiColo moving to Austin too? I can't believe multiple people asking about. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
I don't know.
I hope so. Everyone's moving. If you're not moving to Austin, are you even an American? I think every American moving to Austin. Tommy Pope in Austin. Who actually is moving? Oh, Tim Butterly and Mike Rainey.
Oh, really? They're both moving?
They're both moving to Austin with they have whole families. They're uprooting, moving down south. Where the comedy's fine, but they're also going to get in trouble when Tony moves back to LA to become a sex pervert in 10 years.
Yeah.
So.
So if they're coming, that means I feel like one of the two in the Stink Boys is not far behind. That's what I think. But.
I think so too. Oh, no.
Yeah.
1,000,000%. Two of the Stink Boys are moving as well. At least one of them. I think, honestly, that's what I mean. Are you even an American citizen if you aren't? You haven't at least thought about moving to Austin?
Yeah. Then all those Philly guys move here. I've done my time here. I move back. I take over Philly again.
Philly's yours, bro. It's
the sick ghoul boys.
It's like you guys. It's like you guys are the only people at Ravens Lounge. Literally, it's a ghost town. Everybody's gone. Just you and a bunch of burlesque dancers left. But yeah, the people. It seems like late to go to Austin, but people said that about podcasting 5 years ago, and they were right. But it's always too late to do something. So I don't begrudge those guys for going out. I wonder how long. And what do you sense about the town of Austin, Mark? What are you feeling? What's the comedy vibe? What's the state of the city?
I don't know. It's a connections based town, I think. Because there's some people that move here and get like right on Mothership right away, and it's like, well, clearly they knew somebody.
Right.
I think there's enough like naive people that will stay here and keep like grinding it out that there will be enough to have like a scene around it, so it's just not the top people.
Right. So right now you think it's mostly. I mean, there's like a million shows, but it's top heavy, really.
Top, yeah. It's top heavy, but it's like I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. You look at the top and it's like, are these guys that really good? Like, did you watch Kill Tony this week at all?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't realize how bad Kim Congdon was.
Yes.
Like,
Kim Congdon is like, maybe she's really nice. Again, I'm not trying to be overly mean, but it was like, bomb after bomb from these people. And they're the people on top that you got to kiss up to in Austin.
Right.
You got to kiss up to Kim Congdon if you're a bucket pull,
Exactly. Yeah.
Which you shouldn't have to do. Kim Congdon, James McCann is it seems like a nice, funny guy, but otherwise, yeah, it's like you watch the top, you're like, oh my god, and you're like, yeah, I think Shane has longevity. Shane's gonna make it for a while.
Yeah.
Who knows in careers what's gonna happen, but I feel like the rest of the top is like there's already videos out there of like, oh, the Rogan verse is collapsing. Rogan's time is over. Rogan is the top. Rogan is not a kingmaker anymore. No one even watches. Who even sees Joe Rogan? Or it doesn't really have an effect like it did 5 years ago. So I'm just curious about that, Mark. What you thought? What your vibe is? Will Austin survive? Will it collapse?
I think there's enough fanfare around the top people that it will. Like, I don't know how long it'll stay afloat, but it's just like for me, me personally, like I'm not inspired by any of the top people. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to become any of those people. So it's like, but then there's so many naive comics here that they'll just keep doing it because they listen to these podcasts all the time. Where it's like you got to get out there and grind. So there will always be people at the mics and trying to do these shows, run these shows, and I think it will continue on. That being said, I don't think it'll be very good, but I don't think honestly, like people. I don't think the average comedy fan, not the average comedy fan, but the mainstream doesn't really like look through the bullshit and decipher what's good and what's not good.
Right.
You know
No,
what I
that's
mean?
I know what you mean. No, that makes total sense. I agree with you there. I think that as long as Kill Tony is still hot, the town's going to be hot with comedy because that's an opportunity. It feels like an opportunity for people. Like it feels like a reachable opportunity every week. So people, whether that's delusional or not, I don't know, but it is an opportunity every week, honestly, to get in front of millions of people. So As long as
Right.
that keeps going, but if Kill Tony moves, if Kill Tony gets into some allegations, you know, who knows what will happen. But you always have that woke Kill Tony they're throwing in Austin. That's got to be hot. That's probably
Right.
hot as hell right now. There's a woke Kill
Yeah, yeah.
Tony they put up to compete with Kill Tony in Austin. It's like, I don't even love Kill Tony, but you know that the anti-Kill Tony has to be the worst piece of crap you've ever watched.
Yeah, I saw clips of it. It's not even like it's not the same thing at all either.
Right.
They were going for like a clickbaity
Promotion. Yeah,
article.
right.
Yeah.
Connor O'Malley is funny. Nathan Fielder. Yeah, I've been watching the rehearsal season 2. I've been loving it.
Yep.
Lewis. I assume you're talking about Louis J. Gomez, number 1 to you. Good. Joe Rogan. Yeah, Joe Rogan appearances. Again, like, look at, I'm not hating on this guy because he's a friend of ours. Jeff Dye's Rogan appearance. He got almost no views on that on YouTube. It was like dead. That never would happen. You know, I would never expect that to happen. I was surprised by that.
Yeah.
And yes, this show is woke. Yes. Well, anyway,
But,
I just
like,
wanted to get your feel on it, Mark.
Yeah, I think it'll continue. I think I think it's been slowly deteriorating, but I don't think the main as long as Joke World's here, life is good.
Yeah, we can't really. Yeah, right. That's the put the period on that one. Are
Yeah.
you still going out as Big Stinky?
Yes, I've been out since we've talked. I got to that minute. So I'm really just doing that minute in front of Jeff Dye. That's all. That's
Of course.
That's my whole.
That's the
special.
goal.
That's my minute.
That is your
special.
special. You're going to release the first 1 minute special.
Yeah.
We should do that. And call
yeah,
it
so it's
call it dangerous. Big Stinky.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Stinking it up with Big Stinky or something. I don't know.
Like telling it like it is.
Stink pile to die on.
So you've been
but die
stinking
spelled
it.
Jeff
You've
Dye.
been stinking it up, and now.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I had one other. You said the other week, 2 weeks ago now, you had a date. Now I know we've been hiding. We had a lot of date talk in the last few weeks, but give it to me straight. What happened?
Okay, I don't like talking about this too. I don't want.
Whatever you're comfortable with.
No. I'm just saying I don't want Hypno to get. That's why I've been kind of holding back. Because I've been having some success. Yeah. So I said I was going on that date with that girl, that like random one.
Yes.
And then I told you about that, right?
Yeah, and you
was like
even revealed her ethnicity, Indian.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I was
Yeah.
going out with a date with that Indian girl. And then that night before, I went out to the bar near me. And I think it was like the NBA game ended. And there was still a Dodgers Braves game going on because there was a rain delay. So I was like, I'll go to the bar. I'll just sit down. I'll watch the game, whatever. Because we love the Phils and the Braves, and they're enemies. So whatever. I'll hate watch.
Live Meows isn't streaming, so you're gonna head to the bar.
Yeah,
to watch.
exactly. I got some time to kill before the next stream.
All right.
So I go down to the bar. It's pretty happening, and there's one seat at the end of the bar. And I asked this guy, I'm like, "Hey, is anybody sitting here?" And he goes, "No, it's all you." And I could tell right away. I was like, "Oh, this guy's gay."
It's a gay guy. Yeah. So you're now.
And
yeah,
he's
okay.
like, "What? Go ahead."
No, now you're sitting next to him, and is he flamboyantly gay?
He's not like flamboyantly gay, but you can kind of tell right away.
Mm.
Because he's taking a particular interest in me, and he's like this older black guy too,
Right, and you're a cute customer. I mean, guys are probably interested.
Yeah, I'm a cute customer, and I could tell right away he's like interested in me because he's like, "Oh, what's a guy like you doing out at 10:30 on a Saturday all by yourself?" I was like, "Okay," and he's like touching me too.
Oh,
and I'm
Mack
like, I was like,
tacticking you.
Yeah, that was like, you haven't earned the touch. Come on,
You
man.
don't know the touch.
You
gotta
don't-
earn the touch.
You got to earn the touch. And so I'm trying not to freak out, but also not trying to be like an asshole to him. You know what? Like I'm trying to play it cool.
Okay.
And he's like, "So what are you doing here?" And I'm like, I'm just here watching the game."
I'm a fan
And
of
he goes,
sports.
"Oh."
Right.
Huh?
I'm a fan of
Yeah.
sports. Yeah, I like sports.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm like, "Oh, I'm just watching the baseball game." And he goes, "Oh, me too." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck." I look up. It's the 5th inning. I'm like, "Oh, fuck. I'm like
Oh,
stuck here."
you're locked.
I'm locked in.
Okay. You're
And
locked in with this gay fella.
this gay fella. And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go use the bathroom." Oh, and here's the other thing. He was trying to show me something on his phone and the pictures.
Oh.
And he was going through his album,
no,
and
no,
then he
no.
started bringing up he was just sliding through the pictures instead of like looking through it and selecting the one he wanted to show me. He was like sliding through them. And
he
he
wanted
like
you to
one
catch.
yeah. One of them was him and this guy, and he's like, "Oh, that's my ex-husband." And I'm like,
Oh my god.
"Okay." Yeah.
Wow. So he
And
wanted it. Wow.
yeah, he
That's
was making it
that's
very
purposeful.
clear.
Yeah.
And I didn't put out any vibes like that, and
No.
but I'm not trying to be an asshole at the same time. I'm just like,
I get it.
"Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Great.
look at that at bat.
Wow.
That's a good at bat." Oh, he's swinging at the first pitch. I'm
Right. Yeah,
trying
you got to
get
make talk to get away from the gay husband. I'm so lonely.
right.
Yeah.
So then he goes to the bathroom, and while he was talking to me, this girl sat down like on the other because I was on the corner, and the girl sat down on the opposite corner of me. So
I
she's
see.
close,
Yeah.
and she's talking on the phone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so now I'm kind of stuck here because she's talking on the phone. This guy's gonna come back. We're gonna have to watch this whole game together. I can't like go to a different bar because he knows then it's obvious that I'm just like getting away from him.
Yeah, you want to leave.
So he comes back, and then the bartender comes over, and the bartender's like, "Oh, do you want another beer?" And he asked me what type of beer, and I go, "Oh, it's a native beer," because that's the brand. And fortunately, she hung up the phone, and she's like, "Is your name Native?" And I go, "No, I was saying I want a native." And then we start talking, and then
Oh.
it's game on. It's Mack Tactics.
Damn.
And I
So
was out
this-
of there, dude.
This girl saved
I
your
was-
life.
She saved me. I was talking to her, not even that long. I felt like 5 minutes, but like all of a sudden my mood changed. I'm like upbeat and talking to her.
Well, you got to
the
be
guy,
all excited.
yeah,
Talk to a girl.
the guy picked up on it right away and was like, "I'll see you later." I'm like, "Oh yeah, it was nice talking to you, Lawrence," or whatever his name was.
Wow, he left.
He left. So I was like, he didn't
He
want to
saw
watch
his
the game.
shot
What's
was
Tony?
he was cooked.
Yeah.
He didn't even want to watch you guys go at it. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Surprised.
But yeah, we hit it off, and then that was the night before the date with the Indian girl. So I liked this girl. Obviously, we met. She saved me from a dire situation.
Oh my god, when a woman saves you from a gay attack that was possible like that?
Yeah.
A gay, not even gay, I shouldn't say attack, a gay interest like that.
Yes. I mean, he touched me twice. Like,
wow. Can you show me
yeah.
on this doll? Where was that?
Okay, so like he was sitting to my left, and he did this to me, and it was like on my shoulder. I was like,
Wait, no, do that again. I got to see that in full. He curled his fingers.
Yeah, he was like,
oh my
he did
god, he's
something like that.
He's pawing at you.
He was pawing at me.
Oh my god, a gay advance.
Yeah. It was yeah. They take risks, and
they got to.
I didn't. I was like, I am trapped here with this guy.
So did your experience with him almost educate you how to interact with the girl? Because you're like, he's touching me. If I touch her, in a way.
No, I knew he was wrong. He was in the wrong because it's supposed to be a mutual touch. You're not supposed to just reach out and grab. That's creepy.
How soon after talking did he do the paw?
And
how loud did you scream?
My concept of times was in innings.
It took
it was
what,
maybe like a
half
full inning.
Whoa,
maybe
that's not long
full
enough.
inning.
That's like 10 minutes these
No.
days. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And he went right for the touch. And how else did he touch you? That's only one. He did that twice. The paw twice.
He did that, and then maybe he my arm may have been down when I was grabbing the beer,
No.
and he may have touched my forearm.
Oh,
but it wasn't like a real sexual touch. It was just like kind of like just a quick tap.
But I mean, why tap? Why tap?
Yeah.
You don't need to ever tap like that. Wow.
No.
So you almost got I'm gonna just exaggerate the story. Almost thrown into a gay human trafficking ring.
Yeah.
And you escaped it thanks to this beautiful woman.
Beautiful woman, yeah.
And because you don't really appear to me like I'm not. People come in all shapes and sizes, but you're like you present as a hetero male. You know, you present hetero. Look at you're wearing sports gear.
Yeah, that's what I was wearing, like a Larry David shirt, but I had a windbreaker over it, so it was, and I was wearing regular pants, nothing crazy.
Wow.
Yeah,
and he took full advantage of your hetero self. He groped you.
Yeah, and
That's
then I was like, you know, then of course the Mack Tactics comes on, and I go, you know, I start making jokes. I'm like, yeah, you saved me from that. I go,
oh, nice.
Do I come off as like gay? And she goes, yeah, a little bit, like as a
As a
I
joke.
think that was a gag.
A
Yeah, I was like,
ribbon.
oh, I like this girl. Yeah,
And then you went, I'll show you gay.
yeah.
Now, did you hook up
I'm
with
gonna
this?
assault you.
Did you hook up with this girl?
A true Mac doesn't kiss and tell.
Yeah.
But we did hit it off, and I was less enthusiastic about the date the following day.
Oh,
Because I've been through hell the night before.
How did that go? I would have brought the gay guy with me to the second date.
Okay, so the second date, I don't know if I discussed what was going to go down on this date, but we were supposed to play a board game. We were supposed to go to this bar that had all these board games.
Right. Classic.
We show up. It's closed for a wedding venue. Fortunately, she brought a board game, so we went to a different bar to go play this board game. And you'll never guess what the board game was. Do you want to take a guess at what the game was called?
Is it a popular game?
It's not I've never heard of
I'm not
it.
even. I was getting a Indian clue. What is it?
You're close. It's called Camel Up.
Oh, okay. Camel Up.
And Camel Up. It was actually a very fun game. And
And where did you play it at a bar? Did you play it at your house?
Yeah, we played at this little bar brewery thing. And Camel Up. So it's a game where these camels like move across the board based on what's rolled, and you make bets, and then like if your bet hits, you get money. It's actually kind of fun.
Okay.
And do you know how they determine who goes first in that game?
No, at Camel Up, no.
She asked. She was like, "You determine who goes first based on who rode on a camel last." I thought she was fucking with me.
Really? This
And
game
I
is
go,
that Middle Eastern.
Yes.
Wow.
I go, yeah, no, I can't say I've ever ridden on a camel. I was like, have you? She goes, yeah, I have. I was like, oh,
wow.
Okay. Guess you're going first.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You almost rode on a camel if that gay guy hadn't left the bar.
Hey, yo.
Ooh, hey, yo.
Hey,
Pause,
yo.
bro. Hey, I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying, bro. But, well, sounds like, so that was did you hook up, make out, paw this girl? No.
No, nothing happened with this girl. I told you she was into the improv, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then she told me that she went to a she dated like a comedian once, and he took her to an open mic, and I was like, oh my god, that is the worst fucking
That is
thing
the
I've
worst
ever
date.
heard of.
Honestly, you'd have to be extremely stupid or suicidal to invite a girl to a open mic. I remember girls I was dating or something being like, I really want to come to your show. I whatever. And I'm like, it's an open mic in South Side of Pittsburgh. You will, it's with, 4 of the 5 people on stage, not including me, have some kind of charge against them. Misdemeanor, sexual, I don't know. So I don't know why you'd ever want to go to an open freaking mic. Horrible. But anyway, so that was better for you. And are you on another date with either of these fine young shits?
What? What did you just call it?
fine shits. You know, fine shits. That's a
Oh.
little. This is some slang.
Okay, I never heard that before.
It's fine ass girls.
I thought you meant to say chicks, and it was a slip up, but no, you meant shits.
Fine
Okay.
shits, man. People here know about fine shits.
Yeah, I don't. That's news to me. I've already been on a second date with the one that saved me from the dire situation.
Tell me about it, King.
Nothing. You know what? I'll say this. I like her so much that I'm gonna stop talking about her.
Okay, well, I respect that.
And tomorrow we're going on another date, so I always have a good chance to ruin it. You know.
You have any more?
I mean,
pot?
this is
I mean, really, I need to smoke up for this. So this would be date number 3.
No,
this girl.
This would be date number.
Oh,
This is
2,
actually
third
technically
meeting.
date number 2. Third meetup.
meeting.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what we got to do on the third date? You know what they say? It has to happen on the third date.
I don't know.
It's when you show your significant other your live late streaming talk show. It's when you have to do it.
No.
No?
I always, yeah, I always like.
But why are you embarrassed about the show, Mark? I mean, this is a fine show. We do a lot of good work. Look at the people. People are in here talking.
I guess this show has a lot more support than the first go around when I was trying to date somebody here at Austin.
The girlfriend A saga. Yeah, people will have missed
Yeah.
on that. Maybe we'll release some of the archives of that. But that was a nasty saga.
Nasty. And
She called in
now I
from
got
she called in from Europe at like 6 a.m. her time. She was yelling at Mark. It was a disaster.
probably on drugs. No, I don't want to reveal. I don't want to.
Allegedly.
I don't want to Tony Hinchcliffe her.
Yeah, we had a few good weeks partying. Dumped her ass.
She needed a visa.
Well, you need to. I understand keeping close to the vest, but you will have to reveal that this show is part of your life, Mark. That we're part of your life.
I know. That's the problem. Is like I'm on dates with these girls, and then they'll bring up something that I know about, but I only know about it through this show, and it's like tough
But
to
why the
explain how I know about it.
Why the embarrassment? I mean, this show this is a hot product. People are. Is she into comedy? This girl.
Kinda. I mean, so she took her mom the last time she went to a comedy show. She took her mom to the comedy club near here that's related to Helium, like the one in Philly.
Yes.
And I was like, who'd you see? And she was like, his name is Tom, and he was some black guy. And I was like, oh, a black guy named Tom. I have no idea who you're talking about.
Almost had it. Someone did say fine shit stands for, this is really good. I love acronyms now. I'm an acronym based comic now. Shits, some hoe, I try sex. I think that is what it means. I try sex. I am not from Pittsburgh, but I know the area. Thank you. People are saying they can narrow it down from here. They will find her. So thanks for the info, Mark. Okay, good.
Find her or the black Tom that performed
I think they're going to find the Tom, and through that black Tom, they'll find this girl.
Okay.
And reveal that you are co-host on a brilliant talk show.
Oh,
I can't even believe that's embarrassing to you.
No, it's not embarrassing. It's because here's the thing. Now I'm talking about her, and now she can go back and watch. And it's like
you didn't say anything. Last time you might have said some about the other girl, but this girl seems like a fine young shit, and it seems like it's a good situation. And if she's the right one, she'll understand.
Right. Yeah.
But I also believe that if you like the girl well enough, as you said, leave the show, you would leave this show.
You think so?
You do? I mean, I don't know. It's a fear I have. Maybe not a thought. Maybe it's a fear.
Oh, that's a fear.
It is a fear. I let no woman take my mans away from me.
Yeah.
I'm about to start pawing at this guy. Rubbing his shoulder to let him know I'm a little interested. All right. Finally, before we go, we got to go. All right. We got to go. 3 hours.
Yeah,
we start going into nonsense. But think people like that. I think people like dating stuff. I might start going poly for you guys. Give me some more dating stories. As many dating stories as possible. I wanted 8 dates tonight.
Next we'll get Luke. We need Luke.
Oh yeah, we gotta get Luke. First we gotta sort out all of Luke's problems, and then we'll get a date. Where is Luke? I guess Wednesday's a busy night for those fellas.
Yeah,
in
Wednesday's
Philly
going to be a
comedy.
tough night for Luke going
Well,
forward. So I don't know if this is.
I love
keeping
having.
this or what?
I don't know. I love Wednesdays, but I love Wednesdays. I don't know what it is about Wednesdays. It's like I have an extra day to prepare. I feel like, and I feel like it just slides into the schedule a little neater. But what do I know? Maybe I'll change it.
Wednesdays could be nice. The only problem is like now like Club Random came out on Sunday. Too Lazy to Try put out his on
I know stuff,
Tuesday.
but then some. I don't
Now-
even. I got to figure out. I think Stiff Socks comes out today, so maybe that's good for us. Maybe we can get a head start on that. I don't even know. We'll think about it. But what do you? I want to know what the chat thinks too, but not right now. Tell me later. Because first, it's Dave Portnoy. I know we talked about Dave Portnoy a lot last week with the whole Amir Khan, Mo Khan situation, the F the Jews sign at Barstool Sports. Well, he's backing away. He was on. I can't believe this show is still going. Club Shay Shay with Shannon Shop and Dave Portnoy together at last, man. And if you know about both these guys' histories, I left a comment. I'm not signed in. I don't think it'll pop up. But I left a comment. I even said, this is an amazing, let's see a shot of both of them. This is an amazing meeting. Just an incredible meeting between two hardcore BDSM fans. I mean, both these guys, as we know, are both into hardcore BDSM play that they record on their phones and then gets leaked. Both of these guys have the exact same problem. They both had... Yes.
Sorry, did Portnoy get outed as this as well?
Yes, Portnoy. I think this was a few years ago. There was a video leaked of him having sex with this very young woman while he was choking her. Let's just say, and it was pretty nasty stuff. Okay, this was a video released a while ago. So anyway, they're both into BDSM. They're not apologetic about it, and I wish they talked more about that during this. This is really boring because this was like. Club Shay Shay must be in hell right now because he released this episode. This episode came out. This episode was recorded. This episode just came out today. Recorded before the Super Bowl. They're talking about Super Bowl stuff. I mean, they're talking about Kanye. Kanye hadn't even become a total Nazi yet. I mean, they don't even know what they're talking about. So, boring. But I thought it was funny that they're both embroiled in BDSM scandals. And they're both people we see every day.
So is Club Shay Shay still putting out episodes, but they're all pre-recorded now?
I know he is doing new episodes of his show with Chad Johnson. That's new. Okay. I don't know about these. So he is definitely doing new content. Mark, by the way, I love you with the cigarette. I think you'll have a great look there.
Yeah, I'm starting to get the point of it. You do just gotta let it hang from your lips.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think the cigarette's a good way to go for you. Unlit.
Okay.
If someone did it, I'll say this guy's name one final time. You go, Lion knows about the Wednesday show. Might be a good idea to change the schedule at random to try to lose him. I think that's a good idea. We'll go. I'm going to be gone at 8 a.m. one day. It's going to be 6 p.m. You're not going to know where I'm going to be. I can avoid his hook. Yeah, Pointer's hair is very gross. You can make a good point there. You make a very good point. I feel like I'm ending like the Club Random interview. I'm like, yeah, love's hard. You keep wanting to receive, but you only give, and then it's okay to give, but you want to take sometimes too. All right, that was After the Night, everybody. We'll see you later.
Is that any good?
Was that any? Yeah, no. Yeah, well, that was kind of mean of Bill Maher to leave in a clip of Tony desperately asking, "Did I do good that episode? How did I do?"
Paranoid High too.
Yeah, Paranoid High Tony asking, "Did I suck? How did people?" It's like, yeah, no, they should have left that out. Honestly, to be nice, you should have cut that out.
Yeah,
that was not nice, Bill. But good for Bill for really showing that he is the alpha dog in comedy. Really, you know, if you asked me before this, if you asked most of the comedy community before that Club Random episode, who would they more be afraid of facing in a comedy battle, right, Mark? Tony Hinchcliffe or Bill Maher? People like, oh, I don't want to touch that Tony. He's a roast master. He'll get you. It's not even close. By far, it's much more scary to get interviewed by Bill Maher because he senses anything. He jumps on it. You won't know what he's talking about. He'll be clinking glasses around while you're trying to talk. He is a madman. He's the scariest. Bill Maher 5'8", that's a very nice height. I don't know why. Now, if he was 5'8.5", that would be really cool. And so you're having a date tomorrow, Mark, and everyone pencil that in. Ask Mark how it went.
Yep.
Good luck. Anywhere
you.
particular in Austin? Where is this date? What kind of venue?
Going to a baseball game, a professional baseball game. Not Major League. Well, it's Major League Baseball, but yeah, minor leagues. There was a chance I was going to see Clayton Kershaw, but he got called back up to the Dodgers. So.
Oh, you could have got a rehab assignment. Oh, that's too bad.
Yep. Don't we love rehab assignments?
We love rehab assignments games. I mean, that's what we really wanted. That's the big bang we wanted to end on tonight. Rehab assignment. Two of the most exciting words in the English language. Good luck on the date. I think everyone wants details. I think everybody wants anything. And yeah, people will find where Mark was. They'll scan the crowd during the video. They'll find it all.
I'm getting the good tickets too. I'm balling out for this guy. We're sitting behind home plate.
Are you really?
No, but we're kind of behind home plate. You'll see us.
This would be a hell of a trip. Well, have a couple glizzies, have a good time. Good luck. You need any other? I was gonna say if you need any advice, but this guy's got it handled. Look at him right now. Could this guy fail? Look at him. The coolest man on earth, they're calling him.
Hypno learns from me, which
That's right.
Apparently I'm doing a bad job, but I'm doing a good job.
He failed horribly, but other people could learn. I would start selling. Mark, why not? I could see Mark in predictions 2028 selling a course.
Course, yeah. I'm thinking about writing my own book. Like I should just redo that book, but with my own spin on it.
With your own things,
it's a little outdated.
Stories. I would do it. They're getting better and better nicknames for Mark. American Badass. That's a hell of a nickname. Badass. Oh, that's how you have to say it, though. American Badass.
Badass.
He had some badass things to say about Israel. Badass. I sound like
Free Palestine.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, Free Palestine. You know I care about the Israelis, Tony, but... well, you guys were all a bunch of badasses today. I really had a great little show, and I hope you just absorbed that whole Club Random. That was so much fun. That was really my highlight of the week. So don't worry, we'll be back with big things. I want to clip that. I want to clip a couple of other things I've been meaning to clip. We'll be back. I'm going to say Wednesday, but it's really, you're going to have to, I'm going to keep you on your toes for this one. And, but we're playing on Wednesdays from now on. I hope you're enjoying it. A lot of people seem to tune in and enjoy the show. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please like it, define it, subscribe it. If you did, thank you so much. Mark, good luck on the day, but what else do you want to say?
That's it. Enjoy the rest of your week. Yeah. Good night.
Good night, everybody. And thank you so much for everybody tuning in. Hypno for calling in, giving us a great update there. Let's end it with a little music here. I'll read the chat as I do this. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Like and define, and thanks for finding us. If you just found us, thank you for it all. I really like this song by Playboi Carti, man. I've been obsessed with the music album. Sorry for the wait. I've been obsessed. Swamp Izzo came from this. And this song is a little addition from the bonus tracks. It's called F-O-M-DJ. F on my DJ. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Tommy from After Tonight signing out. Live your best life. Get the hell out of my show.